Niners! Woo! Hey, Niner fam. I hope you are doing everything you can to make sure we get this upward climb in this miserable virus. We gotta flatten this curve, fam. Don't do anything stupid and do not catch this miserable virus. It's gotta stop. It's gotta stop now. Fam, anyway, moving on to better things, but do take care of yourself, please, fam. The legendary, this will be the legendary off season of all times. Going through what we're going through now, it's crazy. Anyway, for headlines, and I'm starting to think, man, I don't know. I had my mind made up in the beginning. I knew what the 49ers were going to do for once, for the first time. The Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch. Well, last year I knew what they were going to do too. But I mean, the thing is, it was pretty clear and obvious last year. But this year, I know it's another argument. Last year it was obvious. But this year, this is real scary. There's a lot of extenuating circumstances surrounding this whole matter about the draft this year. 49ers headline is the 49ers could pass on draft's top receivers in favor of a top tackle. Oh! First, I want to give a shout out to Levin T. Black for opening up my eyes. Levin T. Boy, it hurt me to read, boy, but it's true. Niners have a lot of options with the number 13 overall pick in the 2020 draft. We all agree on that. And some aren't at the widely popular and assumed position either, though. It's true that wide receiver seems a likely choice, but it isn't as definite this year as it was last season. We knew what they were going to do last season. I mean, everybody knew the Niners were going for an edge rusher or a D lineman of some kind. It was just about which one. This year, the Niners could surprise and go with another position due to some very, very influencing circumstances. You've been watching, paying attention, watching how things have developed all around us. Ain't no giving here, man. Ain't none. First of all, no one thought D-Buck would be traded until it happened. I mean, did you see that coming? Some people say, yeah, I see it coming. No, you didn't. You didn't. 49ers select, the fact is whomever the 49ers select with the number 13 overall pick in the draft will always be compared head-to-head against defensive tackle D-Buck. Yeah! And a little attention will be paid to the contract sizes. D-Buck is scheduled to make $21 million annually over the next 4 seasons, which the 49ers could not afford, no matter how you rationalize it. That was going to be too much to pay for D-Buck, knowing that you're going to have to pay. You got to pay other people. We can just wipe up our whole salary. And I know, we didn't need to sign Armstead. Well, Armstead was willing to take whatever it took to stay with the team. Buckner wasn't. I mean, while the choice number 13 will check in at approximately $4 million per year over the length of his 4-year deal, if it is used to take a player. Now, if that fails, the current FO will be the ones that will catch hell about it. That's just the way that goes. We pick up a dud at number 13. If they use number 13, who's going to get called out first? And who's going to be the first one to call him out? It's going to be us. See? Oh, man, John Lynch should have kept DeForest Buckner. Man, look at this dude sucks. But before the draft, yeah, we got him. See? You got to get a wide receivers. The percentage of a wide receiver coming out and failing is huge. It is huge. Other positions, not so serious. Quarterback is another one. But quarterback and wide receiver, the chances of them screwing up in the NFL is beyond belief. Most of them do. On both positions. Because this will always go down as at a one-for-one trade, as I was mentioning. However misleading that might be. John Lynch and Coach Kyle Shanahan will finally make the draft decisions together. The pressure must be incredible. Like I said, you make a mistake here, y'all. Boy, people can be coming after Lynch and Shanahan immediately. But there's also something else, Brooke. The 49ers have been working out offensive tackles in recent weeks. You notice that? You're seeing one here, you're seeing one there, you're seeing another one here. Now, they could be thinking to choose Joe Staley's heir at tackle and play him at guard for a year or two. It's just speculation. Don't get excited, Big Show, because I know you're throwing things at the monitor or jumping up and down on your phone. Or it could be that the new recruit may be running behind Daniel Brunskill. Losing his second Super Bowl hit Joe extremely hard, fam. It did, and mostly Joe was strung. He was strung out. He was looking really down in the mouth after that interview. Directly after the bowl game, yeah. But you know what? All-Pro Joe's sidekick, protege number one bro, and all Mike McGlinchey indirectly indicated that Staley's decision to return for the 2020 season was not set in stone. That uncertainty could have an impact on the draft this year. Because, John and Kyle ain't going to wait. They're going to find a way. They're going to figure something out. They know they do. The Niners could go with another position that no one is predicting. Here's the thing, fam. If indeed Tristan Wirfs is still on the board at number 13, what do you think is going to happen? I got Tristan here, Judy here, or whatever your blank spot there, whatever your wide receiver preference is. What do you do? What do you do? If the 49ers choose to go the wide receiver route in the first round, they may be looking to grab one, maybe more so at number 31. Or the second round after a trade down from number 31, fam, it's an extremely you know what? We're like when you go to the store when you were a little kid. You used to go to the store with your mom, and you want an X, and mom says, would you please look at some of these other Bs? I'm like, Mom, no, I want the A selection. Come on. Wait, you know what's really worse? Is you go to the store, you go to get your mom, you got to get the latest in fashion. The latest in fashion, of course, is at the top of the price market. Mom says, look, I'm going to get you this. Mom, I'm going to go to school like that. Mom, everybody going to be laughing at me. I can't wait, It may even be a choice to make that we'll be calling brilliant in the years to come, especially if the top choices of wide receiver are gone at number 13 anyway, which is a real possibility. Niners could also be working out offensive tackles as a backup plan, since the top wide receivers, as I mentioned, could be gone before the 49ers pick, forcing the team to divert to a plan B, and I'm sure they've got one, or to divert away from plan A to plan B. And they probably have a plan C and D, too. When you're drafted and you're in the position they are, you go through the whole alphabet of plans. You don't come up in there with that A, B, and C. That's not it, because anything can happen and will happen. That's just responsible prep work for the draft. That's all. Let's look at what we may have to take place, what may take place if the 49ers don't take a wide receiver with that 13th pick. Because contrary to popular belief, there are actually some good fits for the 49ers and are likely to still be available in the late first or early second round of the draft. And by the way, fam, did you see what Chris Sims said? And Chris Sims and Kyle Shanahan are bros, right? Chris said I would very much be surprised if Kyle Shanahan, he's not, Jerry Jeudy is not a Kyle Shanahan guy? What does Chris Sims know about Jerry Jeudy? I don't know. I know he knows a lot about Kyle. They've been bros for years. So it's kind of interesting that he'd say that. Why did he do that? Maybe he's helping Kyle out. Maybe he's helping Kyle move the smoke screen. So many people already said that one too. Jeudy, Ruggs, and Lamb, they're not in this survey because they're mostly likely to be locks to the top 20. But and also you got to include Justin Jefferson in that top group as well. A vast majority of mocks have him going before number 31 too. There's a small chance he is still available then, and if the 49ers would probably likely give him strong consideration. But if not, you've probably heard of TCU's Jalen Reger. I think some people have mentioned him in here several times. Projected anywhere from mid-first round to third round. Jalen is out of Texas Christian University. Could be the devastating vertical receiver that Marquise Goodwin was supposed to be for the 49ers. Reger's 40-yard dash time isn't blazing fast at 4.47, But don't let that time fool you. This dude, he's great. He's a great vertical threat. His game tape has him almost unanimously regarded as one of the best deep threats in this draft. Reger isn't a big guy, though. He's 5'11", but he's a great at timing his jumps to high point the ball and has good twitch to get good release off the line of scrimmage. This is extremely important in Kyle Shanahan's offense. Don't be screwing around out there, because the more you this is the thing people don't understand about Jimmy G and the connection between his receivers, that whole chemistry with the first year with Kyle Shanahan. If you got a receiver tail dragging or doing something wrong on his end, it's going to screw up the whole sequence in the play. Jimmy G gets all the flack for it and doesn't say a word. He's not supposed to. He's not. Remember Washington, man, he does not throw his receivers under the bus. But sometimes timing routes, you got to get your ass up off that line, get rid of that defender that wants to bump you, be at a certain point at a certain time. That ball's going to be there. Where are you? See, and if you don't do these things, the offense tends to deteriorate. Anyway, the kid has a 42-inch vertical, which was the second best in the NFL combine for wide receivers. If you do the math with his height and arm length, that kid, he could climb over 10 feet in the air. How many people can do that? That will certainly help him with them jump balls. Reger has two negatives, though, that could see him still available in the second round. First is his production. He produced well as a freshman and sophomore, but saw a big drop last season. 43 catches, 611 yards, 5 TDs in his junior year. A lot of that had to do with poor quarterback play, which is mostly to blame. According to Pro Football Focus, only 61.4% of Reger's targets were catchable. Oh! Which was 118th out of 120 wide receivers who saw at least 80 targets last season. Are you sold on him yet? Don't. The other negative is this, and it takes him completely out of the game. It will eliminate him as an option for the 49ers in his run blocking. He doesn't have any. He did do 17 reps on the bench press, though, and at the combine, so he has a strength to be great at it, but he's going to have to learn it. My dude, Denzel Mims. Mims is my fave, not named Judy Ruggs or Lamb. It's tough. Imagine him lasting until the late first round, but who thought A.J. Brown or D.K. Metcalf would last as long as they did last year? Anything is possible. Mims is possible. Let me talk about it for a second. 4.38 40. At the combine and had a great week at the Senior Bowl. Just those two positives alone could get a team to take him in the first round, or the middle of the first round. 49ers would likely be delighted to see him available at number 31 if they still need a receiver. Mims needs to develop his more nuance to his route running, though. But, hey, we got people to teach him how to do that. You know what? Debo wasn't the greatest route runner in the world last year either when he first came to us. Look at Debo now. Can't nobody do a damn thing with him. But that has a lot to do with Debo's insistence. Debo's that dude that will not be denied. So, I mean, Brandon Ayuk of Arizona. Ayuk has huge upside. Dude is a great all-around athlete and would immediately produce as a returner. He averaged 16.1 yards per punt return. And check this out, fam. I don't even believe this. I think it's a typo. The boy did 31.6 yards per kick return as a senior. What? Really? Ayuk also has a true number one Pro Bowl upside as a receiver. He possesses insane short area quickness. See, this is another thing about Kyle Shanahan's system. This is why Trent Taylor is so important. You see, you can get straight ahead speed and all that stuff is all that's good. But if you got explosive quickness, you'll be of a bigger asset. Danny Amendola in New England for Tom Brady for years. Trent Taylor, who led the league in slants before he got hurt. Why, in his rookie year, should I say. Marquise Goodwin until all of a sudden he just fell apart mentally. Why was Jimmy always hitting those guys all the time in stride easily? That's it. They're coming off that line of scrimmage like gangbusters. As soon as they bust a route, the defender's already lost. He's got an open target. Jimmy G throws it in that spot. He can got the speed to go get it. They do. This is what Kyle Shanahan's looking for. This is why last season when he said Trent Taylor was having the best camp in camp is one of the reasons why. It's not about being big and strong and tall. No, not in Shanahan's system. It's a good thing, but you need to have speed. Mims has got that. Ayuk apparently does too. And another thing, I got to get somebody to get them safeties the hell up out the middle of the field, having no fear. That bothers me more than anything else. Boy, Honey Badger sitting up talking about move up. What? No. What will make us crazy, all since we've become accustomed to players with yak credentials, this is another dude. He's got another. His ability is what he does once he has a ball. The man averages damn near 11 yards after the catch. He thinks he's George Kittle. Problem is, Ayuk only demonstrated his all-around dominance as a receiver and returner for one season. He's a natural is what he is. He spent 2 years playing JC ball before playing second fiddle to 2019's first-round draft pick N'Keal Harry as a junior at ASU. Mostly likely due to playing at the JC level for 2 years is why Ayuk has this problem. Michael Pittman, somebody's mentioned him a few times. Late first round, second round, third round, or fourth round. Where does Pittman end? Nobody knows. He's got a lot of great things. He's a great blocker in the run game. Very physical at the point of attack. Has a massive catch radius thanks to that 6'4" frame and has good speed. Pittman looks like a first-round pick in all aspects, but one of the problem for the Pittman child is I look at this report. The problem for him is that aspect is not only one of the most important, but he is also worse than simply bad at it. Pittman shows little ability to get a clean release at the snap. Oh! He is easy to disrupt. This can make his route slower to develop and throw off any timing. Pittman, no, man, you ain't coming to San Francisco. T. Higgins, Clemson. In a normal draft class, T would be a lock to be gone by the end of the first round. In this deep wide receiver draft, however, Higgins could last all the way to the end of the second round. Higgins doesn't even have a glaring weakness, but the boy is just average at multiple things. He's an average blocker, average after the catch, average on his release, and while he has the ability to run a diverse route tree, he simply hasn't had to. What Higgins is exceptional at is why he'll be taken in the early rounds of the draft. He's quite possibly the most consistent deep threat in the class, if you can imagine that. All those other bad problems he's got, he is the most consistent guy going deep. He averaged damn near 20 yards per reception last season. Higgins tallied 13.4 yards per target, the third highest figure in the draft class, and according to PFF, he caught 15 of 23 of them deep passes for an amazing 565 yards. A team looking for a big receiver capable of going vertical who can win in traffic will have Higgins high on its list at this hour. The 49ers do not have a receiver like Mrs. Higgins, baby boy T. And a lot of people already picked T up in their mock draft. We'll see. Laviska Shenault, you know what? I'm just mentioning him. We have arrived at the biggest high-risk, high-reward receiver who could be a candidate for number 31. Laviska Shenault has all the physical tools. He has good size. He's 6'1". He's 227. Is lightning quick off the line and has a good top-end speed. Shenault is the second coming of Deebo Samuel, as it already has been said. They said about him all during the combine because you kept hearing Deebo's name. They were trying to compare people with Deebo. Shenault is that guy. He's built like a big running back and was used in the backfield at times, which was evidenced by his 7 career rushing TDs. Due to similarity to Deebo, that may be why the Niners said we already got plenty of that. Thank you. No, thank you. He ain't coming. Chase Claypool of Notre Dame is a favorite of a lot of people. He took time to develop college, having concentrated on basketball when he was young. As a senior last year, he finally produced at a high level, compiling 1,037 yards and 13 TDs. He possesses a rare blend of size and speed at 6'4", 238. That is a big man to be coming down the field. You see how he's built? Ain't no fat on that boy. Pow! Claypool is one of the biggest receivers in the draft, yet he posted a 4.42 second 40-yard dash at the combine to go with his 40.5-inch vertical. Bring him to Santa Clara. Adding the physical gifts, Claypool is he's an excellent run blocker. You know Kyle's seen him, right? And a dynamic special teams player in coverage. Those two traits alone mean he'll have a positive impact as a rookie in the NFL. He needs polish. He needs work smoothing out his routes and needs work on fighting off press coverage. But as big as he is, they're going to teach him how to do that. Dude, you can use your size to get rid of them. Them little tiny dudes covering you. Only thing you got to worry about is a linebacker. Everybody else, you just move them out of here. He's more likely to be a 49ers target in the second round in the event they trade out of number 31. But his upside could convince him to not risk losing him to another team. Claypool could be. Jose Fernandez, we really need a wide receiver, either Lamb, Judy, or Ruggs. I agree. I do, but I'm telling you, for practicality reasons, it may not be. Hey, Matty S. Hey, shout out from Bend, Oregon. Matty S. The THC 408. So we're basically giving up Buckner for a tackle. I don't like that idea. Yeah, and I ain't said anything about the defensive tackles they may take in. Somebody else mentioned that the other day. It is so likely. At 13, you're going to want to get that definite if you're gonna draft in the first round. I guess anything before 20. Yeah, and Niner Mag says we could get a tackle later. Got to get Ruggs for Jimmy. Yeah, I like that idea myself. I really do. I want. By the way, believe me when I tell you I want a wide receiver, but I can see where it might not be. Scott in says T. Higgins is who I want from Clemson. Could be. Big J says we can trade back and get T or Claypool to take E. Sanders' place. If we move back, we could get a solid DT and LT as well. You know John Lynch is thinking that way, man. I know him that much. Slack Morris says Kinlaw starting to really grow on me, and he may be growing on the 49ers front office, too. He's a wrecking machine. You bring him in, you don't lose a step probably from last year. Well, you do lose a little bit because I ain't gonna disrespect Defoe, but good Lord, that dude's a monster. Big Show says all the top DTs and OTs will be gone before pick 13. That's a big possibility, too, which is a good thing for us who want a wide receiver because then the 49ers will be forced to take a wide receiver. And if you want anything else, just trade back to that 30, 13, 31 pick and now go get your defensive person. All the time. Oh. Collar Young says Niners aren't passing up on Judy, Ruggs, or Lamb to draft an O-tackle. We'll see, Collar. That ain't no promise. Stack Morris, Bosa, Jones, Kinlaw, Armstead. That is sexy. Woo! Damn. I don't know, fam. I just don't know anymore. I'm trying to do? I'm trying to remove any partiality toward any position anymore. I quit. Because I ain't going to have my feelings hurt on draft night. I ain't going to do it. Refuse. And I know how Will feels about it. Big Will. Dollar Bill, Will, come on in, man.
Ronbo, what's up, man?
Oh man, Will, I'm starting to see the light, man. I want a wide receiver. You know I do, but I'm starting to realize I don't know if that's best for the team. But what are you thinking?
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I told you, Ronbo. I'm telling you, man, we got a huge question mark over our head. I'm to everybody that wants Judy, Lamb, and Ruggs, keep your hopes at mid-level. Yeah. I mean, don't get your hopes up. I'm telling you right now. We may get a tackle. Staley talking about he's 50-50 chance of coming back for this season.
Only 50. God, yeah. I thought he was a lot.
It's been reported that he really thinking about his future right now. He's thinking about it. And then on top of that, Buckner gone. What the run defense gonna look like. Buckner was a big piece of letting Armstead eat. So you got to think about that. Yeah. Then you got to think about the wide. Then you got to think about the wide receiver core. Yeah, I mean Emmanuel Sanders was gone, but you got to think about it. We was winning games before Sanders even came to the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? We were still scoring touchdowns. You saw how we tore up Cincinnati with the running game and passing game. So we was winning games without Sanders. So I mean, you got to think about it. It's a huge question mark over this team about who Kyle and John want. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even getting my hopes up about Kinlaw because I don't know if we're gonna get Kinlaw. So I'm kind of got my hopes up. I've been promoting it, but you know what I'm saying? I don't even know. So I believe Kyle and John in their first round, they're gonna pick the best player for the most urgent priority. What position is that they feel is more important to address right now? It could be receiver. It could be defensive tackle. It could be OT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's up in the air right now because you got so many question marks regarding to the D line and to the offensive tackle and the receiver position. So that's why everybody should just whoever y'all want to come to the 49ers, just hope and pray that Kyle and John pick their guy. But don't get your hopes up, man, because it's a big question mark in the air right now. I'm just saying. So.
No, it's true because that offensive line, we saw what happened at the Super Bowl, and one of the reasons why Mike Person is gone, he was the weak link. Everybody's blaming Jimmy. Hell, Jimmy didn't have no time in that fourth quarter. He was anticipating where people were, hoping his guys would be there. All the blind throws and weird throws we saw, that wasn't typical Jimmy G, no matter what anybody says. He was under incredible pressure. That's why they let persons walk.
Yeah. Right. And also the cornerback position, man. Sherman's gonna be leaving in a few years. They may think that's a major priority for thing they need to take care of. Yeah, Mosley, Spoon ain't worth a damn. You can put Mosley on one side and then bring a corner out the draft to be the future. Because Spoon ain't gonna amount to nothing. That's just my opinion. He ain't gonna amount to nothing. It's in my book, it's over for him. It really is. So, I mean, and then you got the run defense, man. Buckner played a good part in that run defense, man. I do not want to see no oppositional team run up the middle because I don't trust Solomon Thomas. You all think the man stepped up a little bit this year? He did a little something. But we
got Jones. We got Jones, and Jones is probably better to run than Solomon.
We got Jones, but we need somebody like Ken Law or Derek Brown, one of those guys, man, to just keep that defensive line not missing a step. Because we need to get to the quarterback. We need to be as better on the D line as we was last year. We need to be like giving quarterbacks hell this season. Each and every quarterback that we see, we need to keep that going so we can give the offense more opportunities on the field to put up points. Because I'm trying to get back to that bowl, man. We trying to get back to Tampa. We're trying to win it, man. We're trying to get over this hump. You know what I'm saying? We was at the top of the hill this past season, but we didn't get over that hump, man. I want to go up that hill and get over that hump and bring a ring back, man. So I mean, we gotta hit in this draft. We gotta hit every pick that we get. We gotta hit it. So it is what it is, man.
We're gonna find out that night. But there's gonna be, what's so funny this year, Will? A large percentage of us are gonna have our feelings hurt this year. One way or the other in the draft. Let me see you. Let me see you tomorrow. It's already Sunday time is already coming, so we're going back to back. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. All right, good stuff.
All right, man. All right, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT fam, my player partner Trey Big Show. All my guys in the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, man. Hey, man. Hey, look, man. Y'all do the country a big favor, man. We don't want no more cases popping up, man. Just stay at home, y'all. Just stay at home. If you need to get something for your children or for your household, wear gloves. Put your mask on and stay far away from people as you can, man. Because we're trying to, us as a country, man, we're trying to get this thing
flatline so we can get things rolling again. All right.
Yeah, we're tired of people dying. We're tired of people dying.
Yeah,
just stay at home and just do the country a favor, man. But all right, Ronbo, take it easy.
I will. See you tomorrow.
All right. All right, man.
And here it's Chill, Bill, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Phil. I dare. It's probably best to quit reading now, as the speculation's all over the place. I did buy into the fact that, wow, Joe's talking about they're thinking 50-50 now, and even his bro.
I don't buy that.
You don't think so?
I don't buy that at all.
Because McGlinchey even said.
I think Joe Staley is the kind of guy that would tell the 49ers that he was not going to play before the draft. He wouldn't wait till after the draft to tell the 49ers he's retiring.
That's a good point.
I think he respects the 49ers too much, and I think Joe Staley...
And he wouldn't leave him hanging like that? Yeah.
No way. And I think Joe Staley plans on playing the remainder of his contract, which is 2 more years. And
he's that kind of guy, actually.
when you think of Joe Staley's character, he's probably the highest character guy on the team.
Yeah, no
There's
arguing
not
that.
many that have a higher character than him.
Yeah,
And I just don't buy that. And
I
I
hope
think
so.
the Niners are banking on it because I don't think they're going to draft a tackle. I don't think there's going to be a tackle available at
And
13.
there's that too.
Because there's 4 teams ahead of them that need a tackle. And I would say that there's more likely that a tackle's not available than a wide receiver's not available. Than one of the
I know
big 3 wide
you made that point the other day. That's
Yeah, I seriously think that. And, I think the other way we could go is corner.
Yeah.
And we may take that 13 pick, trade back a few spots to say, I'm looking at Miami at 18 and getting a corner, C.J. Henderson at 18, which is probably the second best corner in the draft.
Who's number
and then
one?
getting the wide receiver, Mims, at 31.
Is Gladney the best corner in this draft?
I'd say C.J. Henderson. No, Jeff Okudah is the best corner in the
Okudah.
draft.
I forgot about him. He's going to go way before 13.
Yeah, he's going to go to Detroit probably at 3.
Okay, so the second best, because I got to tell you, Phil, they let Mike Person walk because of the fact he was allowing a breach on every snap toward the end of the game. It's like as if he got tired, that neck may have started or whatever. Could it be that Mosley, quietly, the 49ers are a little pissed about what happened to him and Tyreek Hill? Kyle's
I think
very...
so. I think, and they know they need a corner, not this year, but next year for sure. Sherman's contract's up.
Yeah.
And you've got Mosley and Spoon's contracts are up. So
and Spoon hasn't impressed anybody yet. So, yeah. Wow.
They got that kid, Tim Harris, that they drafted last year.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Yeah, he was injured most of the season, and they put him on the IR. But he's going to try out. I don't know how good he is, but, he was
shocking?
a late round. He was real late, so I don't expect
But he was late round because of an injury. But it's funny.
Yeah.
And now he's still injured. We put him on the IR immediately.
Well, I think they put him on the IR just to keep him. It was one of those fake like you're injured type thing.
Right.
So they put him on the IR to keep him and didn't have to put him on the practice squad. So I think that was the case there. They do a lot of strange things. But anyway, I could see us getting a corner or a wide receiver. And if we go corner, we may trade back a few spots and then get a second-round pick on top of it. Or if we trade back on 31, we still can get a wide receiver and then maybe get, interior offensive linemen in the third rounds and fifth rounds. So we
don't have a third round. Phil, there's
I'm just saying trade back 31,
get a
second and a third, and then you've got those 2 fifth-round picks. You can also maybe get an interior lineman down there because they're available down in those lower draft spots.
Yeah, that's true.
So, usually your first intuition is the best. And then we have too much time on our hands, especially with this virus thing going around, that we start overthinking.
Your mind starts flexing and going in directions it probably shouldn't. So, yeah, I agree. All right. Well, Phil.
All right, Ronbo.
I'll look for you tomorrow and see what develops.
Okay.
And if you see Chris Sims, tell him to shut up.
Well,
all right.
Hey, the other thing is I saw that Pro Football Talk that he did. And the other thing is, could Kyle be setting up Phil Sims?
I thought about that. Okay, let's get into that tomorrow because we're out of time. I thought about that.
All right, man.
He's helping Kyle out. All right.
I think so. That's the first thing I thought of. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
All right, fam. Night.
All right, Dad. Bye.
Chris. And Chris is such a good actor. He did it with a straight face, too. D-E-O-N. Dion!
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Overthinking. trying to understand what's about to happen. We got to wait 2 more weeks, 3 weeks, to come up with a whole lot of different thoughts. A lot of time, Dion, to be alone with your thoughts in the draft. What in the world? Are you going to get that wide receiver number 13? You're going to trade it back? You're going to get a tackle? You're going to get what? Oh!
See, we wouldn't have this problem if things were going accordingly. Because you know what we could do? We could evaluate the situation that we currently have. We signed Travis Benjamin, so we have another healthy receiver. We have a healthy Marquise Goodwin. The thing is, we don't know what's going on with Trent Taylor. We don't know what's going on with Jalen Hurd. So because of those question marks, that gives us more cause to pause and more reason to want to draft a receiver. Because we're trying to figure out, we basically went ahead and got a replacement for Marquise when it comes to that. So honestly, I'm thinking drafting another speedster would be a waste because you already got Travis Benjamin and he already knows how to run routes. He's already, acclimated to the NFL. So we don't need to fill a speedster spot.
Do you heard the speculation though? Some analysts don't even think he's going to make it out of camp, Travis Benjamin. But that's just speculation on their part.
Yeah. Well, that's just because they think that Keith will beat him out. And, of course, they're trying to trade him because, yes, a speedster is very valuable. But what are you going to get for him? Nobody's going to give you anything more than a 5th-round pick for him. If you get a 4th-round pick for Keith, jump on that right away.
Because you will have lucked out.
Yes. You will. But the thing is, look at it. They didn't give up Nick Mullins, although they had ridiculous amounts of calls for him. Why? Because they know that if Jimmy goes down, C.J. Beathard ain't saving shit.
Oh!
We're gonna be stuck like Chuck if he's the quarterback. The only thing I can tell you is
add this to that theory too. Whoever was, I wish I knew who exactly was calling. If they're NFC West, they was calling them to get some play. Who knows the playbook more than Nick Mullins? Only Shanahan.
Oh, yeah.
Strategic move. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh damn. Yeah. And you got to know that they're sharing. When people go from one team to the next and they wind up having to play that team, they're sharing information. They ain't withholding that. It's not that they're going to go there and there's some unwritten code where they say, I'm not going to tell you about it. No, they're going to tell you everything they can tell you. The beauty of Shanahan, though, is that he
alters
smart,
his concepts all the
time.
time.
He knows how to disguise his stuff. Hey, and shout out to Derwin James of the L.A. Chargers. If you didn't pay attention, Ronbo, they had that Madden tournament where they were doing charity for COVID-19.
Yeah.
Hey, Derwin James mopped the floor with everybody. Guess who we played with?
Who?
The Niners!
Yes.
Man, he mopped the floor with everybody.
DJ! I got to check that out.
Yeah, bro, and he was talking about it, man. He was like, yeah, he was making plays with Quan. He was making plays with Tarbarius. He made plays with Debo. He made plays with Breida. Keith was killing them, taking them up top. He's killed everybody just taking them up top. Yeah, he literally took the top off the defense. But
when you got that many weapons, come on.
What we're going to do is what's best for the squad. We don't know what Kyle and John are going to do. If we get to a point where somebody like Tristan Wirfs is still available, we have to draft him because he's the heir apparent to Joe Staley. Because we don't know what Staley's doing. Even though he didn't say anything, we still don't know. And, the more time off you have, the more time you have to sit along with the thoughts, as you said at the beginning when we started talking. But I think that we'll definitely, if the only way we move from number 13 and stick with 31 is if somebody comes with a ridiculous package that we can't refuse. If somebody gives us like 3 picks in this year's draft, then yeah, we're going to give up number 13. Go and get whoever you want to get because that means we're going to find more quality players. But if we knew that Jalen Hurd was fully healthy, he was going to be ready to go, we wouldn't be drafting a receiver because we would have a number 1 receiver because Hurd already proved that he knows what he needs to do when it gets to those points. And you can see that he has the skill. But if that back ain't right, he ain't playing.
Oh, yes.
So we're worried about that. If we could have got a clear medical on him that says his back is good to go, he's clear for contact, get him in training camp, see how he works out, let him do a little bit of preseason, and keep on pushing, we would not be drafting a receiver because I believe Hurd's talent would be great. But I'm not going off just talent. I need to know you healthy rather than that. Because you can have all the talent in the world and still be sitting on the sideline, Jared McKinnon, sitting on the sideline doing a bad
I keep forgetting about him. I'm glad you reminded me. He's so easy to forget
that's
these
how
days.
it is.
God, Jack. Fam,
Hopefully,
hey, D, we gonna roll.
He gets up soon.
He better put on a show next year. D, we gotta roll. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. All right.
Oh yeah, Monday Night Raw, baby. We gonna
No.
get it.
It's Sunday. Friday night Raws. Friday night is late.
Sunday. Look, man, I've been at home so long. I done lost track of the days.
You're doing the right thing too. Continue to shelter, man. We gotta stop this stuff. All right. See you tomorrow, D.
All right, man. You have a good evening, brother.
Thanks, fam. You too. And we move on over to Curtis. Curtis.
Oh, what's up, Ronbo?
Curtis, man, I'm just sitting here. I had my feelings all hope, popcorn supply. I ordered in advance for draft night. I said the man is going to call my man Ruggs at number 13. And then all of a sudden, all this came at me at my left. All this came at me to the right. Facts that I cannot deny. Y'all ain't going to take my wide receiver away at 13. Curtis, they're trying to take Ruggs, Judy, and Lamb away from us. Are they going to do it? Or is this all a bunch of BS?
Well, Ronbo, I can tell you this, Ronbo. I don't even know if they're going to be there for the pick for 13.
Anyway.
I really don't. If they don't be there or Law, I think we take a corner. I think we take a corner at 13. If all of them is off the board.
Because it comes down to a process of elimination, huh? If Judy was at the top of your list, he's gone. All right. If Kinlaw was at the next, he's gone. If Wirfs is gone, 3, he's gone. Now what? Do you trade back? You stay with 13. Keep going. Go ahead. I want to see where you're going with this. Go ahead.
Well, I trade back, but not into the 20. I still want to stay the team to get corner and some more picks. Because Sherman is getting old, and we see what happened in the Super Bowl and in the playoffs.
Twice.
We need a corner. We need a corner, Ronbo. I'm going to say, if all the receivers gone, and they're not gone, yeah, I take the Judy. But my boy is Mims. That's the guy I want.
I'll tell you what. If we miss all the golden boys that are getting all the hype, all the spotlight, billboards just written their names and photos up. If we get Mims, I will, man.
Either Mims or that one cat from Colorado.
Oh, Colorado.
He's a beast. He's
Reger.
a beast. Nobody talked about him.
Who's Colorado?
I saw his highlights. He's the only person that I know that had 10 minutes of highlights.
Having Pittman like
Lavisca Chenault.
Lavisca's from Colorado. Thanks, man. See,
You're breaking up. I can't hear you, Rambo.
yeah, Lavisca Chenault is who you're talking about from Colorado. Lavisca, you have like Debo's clone out there.
Hold on, move around because I can't hear you breaking up.
You still can't hear me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, can you hear me? Curtis?
Hello? Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Curtis, I don't know. Well, can you hear me? I'm saying Lavisca Chenault is who you're talking about.
Yeah. That cat, he's the only person I know that had 10 minutes of highlights. And this boy is 6'2", 200-some pounds, and Rambo, he can move.
I know.
And
Lavisca's
Shanahan
Debo's...
could use him.
Yeah,
He could use him just like he used Debo.
I know. He's the second coming to Debo. But do you want 2 Debos on there, or do you want a little more diversity in your attack? Like, I think I heard a beep.
I can't hear you, Rambo.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with the connection. I hear something going on, some kind of a signal.
You hear me now, Rambo?
No, I've been hearing you the whole time.
Oh, okay. It was my phone. My wife tried to call me. She was not a fan.
You are getting a call. That's a notification sound. Yeah, you're getting jammed up. Wifey doesn't want you to talk. She's a Cowboys fan, huh?
No, she's a 49er fan. Oh, she's not a fan. She's not a fan just like me.
Right.
She be in the house louder than me, Ronbo. But back to 13. Hey, if the receiver's gone, I'll take a corner, then I'll take Mims, and we can't trade back. We need that big receiver outside.
Yeah, Kyle's not crazy about big receivers because you know what? By now he'd have one. I'm not sure what's Kyle's mindset on that, other than the fact that he wants you to be sharp, razor sharp in route running. If you got hands, and I think Mims may be that guy. A lot of speed, a lot of size. Says he likes blocking. Wide receivers don't run around telling people they like to block. He does. So I like him. Anyway. Curtis?
Yeah,
Curtis,
you keep breaking up. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting readouts on the chat saying the thing. All right. Curtis, let me go. I'm going to see you tomorrow because we'll be back, okay? Did you get it?
Yeah.
All right. Let me see you tomorrow.
All right, I'll be on.
All right, man.
I'm trying to
All
pray for.
right. Night, Curtis. Take care of yourself, Curtis. Do not get sick. All right. Talk to you later.
I'm not. You take care of you and your family. Take care of Ronbo.
Oh, promise.
And I'll not in favor. Y'all family take care.
Night, Curtis. Okay, so Dre says I'm having an issue too with sound. I'm not sure what's going on. Could be the service. Boy, COVID-19.
Yeah, because I was you was breaking up. I couldn't really hear you when you was talking.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, fam. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, Curtis. Night. All right, let's see if bring Dre in. See if Dre can hear me. Hey, Dre.
Hey, bro, Ronbo, I could barely hear you, bro.
Yeah, I've had that with you before. Few months ago, I remember that. Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I can't hear it. I can't hear nothing you're saying, bro. It's not I got full service, bro. I don't know. You must got that cricket service over there, bro. I can't hear you.
No, I
can hear you now. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, if it's going in and out, that could be some kind of interference that doesn't have anything to do with either line. All right. So listen, I tell you what. Go ahead. As you know, I'm crying about the intel that's flying around. Phil's right, though. Joe Staley ain't going to leave anybody hanging and guessing. So I might have to discount that.
Ronbo.
Go ahead.
Ronbo. Joe Staley he's a pro's pro. Ronbo.
True.
You know, there's a guy named Marshall Yonda that was with the Ravens for 13 years. You know what he did? He didn't wait. March 10th, early March, he came out and said, "I'm retiring. You guys go ahead and figure out the draft board." Joe Staley is not retiring, bro. This is all speculation that Kyle Shanahan is putting out there to get people to whoop the wop, and then calling his partner from Texas, Chris Sims, his quarterback, when he was at Texas, and telling him, "Yeah, man, we need to put this information out there because I don't want people knowing which direction that I'm going in the draft." That's not going to happen. If you're about to retire in a few years, are you seriously going to walk away from $21 million, Ronbo? I'm not.
No.
Joe Staley ain't stupid. This is all applied, bro. And for all of the guys saying, talking about taking a lineman at 13, you can't just take Mekhi Becton, who's 376 pounds and has never played in the zone scheme in his life, and think that he's going to come here and be great at the zone blocking scheme. He's not going to get out and run up the field and block for running backs.
He ain't going to be around at 13.
You can't take Brown. Yeah, you can't take Brown from Georgia, who's 367 pounds. You can't do that. That's just not possible. There's two guys that have played in the zone scheme. One of them is Hakeem Adeniji that nobody talks about from Kansas. Came in as a true freshman, started all 12 games. The guy was so good, he started at right guard. They got an injury at left guard. They moved him over to left tackle. He started at right tackle. They got an injury at left tackle. They moved him over to left tackle and figured the boy was better at left fucking tackle, and they left him there. Then they had an injury on the line at right guard and realized he was so good at right guard. He is the only offensive lineman that practiced and played in the game at two positions, at guard and at tackle in the Senior Bowl. Like, guy who's not going to be there is Tristan Wirfs, 322 pounds, and runs a 4.8. Those are the type of guys that you
Whoa. Tristan runs a 4.8? I didn't even hear about that. So he's moving faster than Becton. Damn.
Yeah, he runs a 4.86. But Hakeem Adeniji, he was actually featured on the show. It's called Road to the Combine. You guys look it up. It's on YouTube. And on his draft mock, he is touted as being one of the most athletic and having some of the best feet in the draft for offensive linemen. And he's one of the guys that I have on my mock.
He's going in the top 10. Yeah.
Well, no, he's not going to be top 10, but he's one of the guys that I have on my mock, and I'm not going to go too far because me and you have that show coming up. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Like I said, man, this is all apply. It's a misdirection. You know, it's the same thing that we did when we interviewed Quentin Williams. You know, the week before the draft, and took him to the Waffle House, to the pancake house,
and he didn't even order no pancakes. I would have lost love for him right there. Man, you gonna come to Pancake's house and order you a salad? Oh no, you ain't coming to my team.
And
waffles in there.
Get next door. Man, we just all need to calm down. There's a thing that's called strategy. You don't want people to know what you're going to do, even when they know what you're going to do. And that's where this comes in. This is all strategy. Also, we're talking about defensive tackles. I'm tired of hearing about Buckner. He could have been here for $18 million. He wanted more money. He's gone. Stop fucking talking about it. He didn't want to be here. I'm tired of hearing about it. Okay? DJ Jones, the right player. And, you know, we could trade that 31 back, you know, to somebody like the Lions. The Lions have a 35. They have 2 seconds and 2 thirds. And I have us trading our third first for there and a 210 and Mr. Donnie Pettis for their fifth, 67th, and 149. And that's how you go get somebody like Justin Metabuke from Texas A&M, an SEC guy, or a Ross Blacklock, and you can still get a Jeff Gladney, and then later on get somebody like Lamar Jackson from Nebraska, who is like a Richard Sherman but faster. This guy's a beast. He bumper run, zone, man to man. He can do it all. So I let me shut up, man. I'm giving all away my jewels in my draft, man.
Well, you know what? We're out of time anyway, Dre. I tell you what, save some of it and give it to us piece by piece tomorrow.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to the TNT fam, man. Trey, Big Show, Dre Fresh, Blue Show, my player Find the Will, my big bro, Nate Big Griff, man. All the guys, man, the whole TNT fam, man. Let's just calm down. Whatever happens, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? But Joe Staley's not gonna pass up $21 million. And if he was going to retire, he
probably should have said something.
2.5 weeks before the draft, he would have been and said something. But let's not read into those articles. Let's let these other teams read into the articles so they can be dummies and we can get moving. All right, boy, I'm out of here.
All right, see you tomorrow, Dre. And it's a good point. It could be what do we call a conspiracy amongst 49er people. Mike McGlinchey involved as well, saying that Joe's return is not set in concrete. Mike, what? You hang out with Joe every day. Tell us the truth. Come on. And speaking of which, Joe Staley leaving? Forget about it. Niner Mike is here to shed some light on that matter right now.
Forget about it. Come on. What's going on, Ronbo?
God, Niner Mike, you know how the media does? They're going to manipulate the minds of the gullible. I'm one of the gullible, Mike. Everything I read, I start to think about it, and then I start to put angles on it. And before you know it, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Oh!
Listen, I mean, he would have left. He would have left like Patrick. He's got a lot of class. Ronbo. He's got a lot of class.
He does, Niner Mike. But let me ask you this on top of that, though. Do I look at Raekwon and Javon, those big bad tackles? Do I think about maybe I lost a premier defensive tackle? I bring in one of these kids.
I personally, this is what I believe, Ronbo. All right, I believe that we're going to address the tackle situation in next year's draft. That's what I believe. In next year's off season or next
It
year's
would make more
draft. I
sense.
truly believe that.
It would actually
This
make more sense.
year,
Get that wide receiver
it's
now.
going to be, yeah, but this year it's going to be about either adding a very valuable piece on offense or a very valuable piece on defense, all right? And the only two positions that I really feel like we could have or add somewhere like that is going to be the receiver or the cornerback position.
Because you got
And
so
that's
many.
it.
You got so many. You can't pass up
Yeah,
on the
definitely.
draft
There's a lot.
this
It's a
year.
deep draft. It's a deep
Ah.
draft. But at the end of the day, we also gotta let's not be too complex here. Let's just be simple about it. We didn't just trade into the top 20 or whatever. We got the 13th overall pick, and we gave up a big piece for that. We gave up Buckner for that. That's that was a big deal. So we're definitely going to try to get a big deal in wherever we go. You know what I mean, Ronbo? That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. Because
I mean, I like the receivers. I like the receivers. The top 3 or 4 of them. And the other thing too, everyone talks about, trading back and it's not. Listen, I feel like where we're at right now, we need guys that are gonna help us win right now. We don't need a bunch of third and fourth rounders. We really don't. No offense to any of the guys that's ever been drafted in the third or fourth round. All right.
I know I was just saying because
we don't need a bunch of guys in that level. We need guys that we could plug in and let them contribute and be a part of the team right now. And you do that by getting the best guys available, right, Ronbo?
Absolutely.
And so we got 2 cracks at two picks in the top 31 picks of the draft. And I feel like we need to capitalize on that, and we need to just get the 2 best players, the best value for those 2 picks. And who cares if we wait a couple more rounds, to make another pick. If we get 2 prime players that could really get plugged in and help our team get back to the Super Bowl and win the friggin' thing, Ronbo, then that's what we need to do. You know what I mean?
agree.
That's my personal opinion. I don't know if that's what they will do, but that's my personal opinion about it.
And it makes sense too. If I had my choice, we trade those 7th, 6th, and 5th round picks and get all our picks in the first round somehow, and we just go home and watch the rest of the draft with everybody else. Because like you're saying, we don't need.
Hey, that's one way to do it. That's one way to do it. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind trading them and getting a couple of ones, maybe a 2 in there or whatever, and just get some 1s and 2s and get a couple valuable players. Because listen, the fact of the matter is, this is the problem in today's NFL. This is why I feel, and I'm going to say this last point, Ronbo, and I'll let you go. But this is why teams have not been able to do like what we did back in the 80s and what the Cowboys did in the 90s. This salary cap, once you start getting a lot of good players, you got to start paying a lot of good players. And the fact is, we got guys still who we're going to have to pay, and we got to think in that aspect. So that being said, we're going to try to take advantage and do whatever we can to win now. And get players that can contribute and get them in on their rookie contract where they're not costing a whole lot of money, so we could pay other guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like that's the route that they're going to go and the route they're going to take. I really believe that. And we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes.
I got a feeling you're not wrong, my friend. I tell you what, hey, I'll be looking for you. Hey, Niner Mike, you get a chance. I'll be back tomorrow, man. It's Sunday. You got to stay home and shelter like everybody else. So,
Yeah,
let's see you tomorrow.
Definitely. I mean, I'm hanging out. I will definitely check back in with you, Ronbo, and I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on, and I appreciate the platform once again. I know it's providing a good, a little relief in the time right now where you ain't got nothing to do, too much to watch or anything like that, and you're still holding it down, and I know everyone appreciates it, all right?
Thanks, fam. Appreciate that, Mike.
All right, Ronbo. Shout out Niner Faithful, Niner Empire, all of yous out there, stay safe. You know what I mean? Stay corona-free. and all of you take care. All right.
Yeah. All right, Mike. You do the same, fam. Talk to you in a bit. All right. Night. And let's check out area code is 203.
You.
And who is this?
It's Damon, man. How you doing?
Damon. Damon. Damon, right?
That's me, Ronbo. How you doing, bro?
David, man. Nice to talk to you, fam. So, we're sitting up here and thinking about life after Judy, Ruggs, Lamb, if we have to.
Oh,
Chances are it's all a big joke, and the 49ers will indeed get one of them sexy picks. So, wait, David, what's reality in your mind?
Oh, man, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I was sitting here patiently waiting, and I was getting a little hot, right, until that last caller called in. And he kind of calmed me down,
Yes.
He calmed me down because he hit on all the points. We got that beast right now, Ronbo. We already there. Mm-hmm. All we need to do is plug in what we need to do. Don't be cute about it. Just take the best players out there, which is Judy. We know that. Or the corner or Kuda. That's it, man. We don't touch the offensive lineman. I think DJ Jones, I think he'll handle it on the defense to replace Buckner, him and Blair. I think they can handle that. They'll be all right there. Mm. Now, what I say to all the fans, I know because we look at this Twitter thing and we start battling on Twitter, and I know what I've been seeing for the last 4 years, Ronbo. The hottest trade that most Niner fans talk about is OBJ.
I know.
Now, we have a chance to get that, Ronbo. We have a chance to get that.
Okay, but David, I just want to know this, though, because I always ask people, say, bring OBJ to stand and clear this question. How you going to pay him? He ain't taking food stamps.
OBJ?
Yeah.
Okay, see, this is my point. We have a chance to draft our own OBJ.
Oh, I see. Oh, because you're not saying bring OBJ.
You follow me?
You said draft. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we can draft him now.
I could get with that.
He's in our face. We don't give him up. And he's in our face on a rookie salary.
Judy?
Got to take Judy.
Is Judy, is he the next coming of OBJ?
I think he's better.
Ooh.
I think Judy is better, Ronbo. I mean, you could look at Lamb. You can look at I see Lamb and those guys being because I'm a little older. I'll go with a Chris Carter or something, and that's fine. But I think this Jerry is the original Jerry. I think this guy is Jerry Rice, and he's in our face to get him. We cannot blow this. Just like last year, we couldn't mess up the Bosa pick, right? We couldn't mess it up. You can't mess up this Judy pick unless he's not there.
And that's a big chance. That's a huge possibility because the Raiders pick in front of us, and you know how evil them people are? The Jets would be suicidal to pick him because they need to protect Darnold. So he probably going to your offensive lineman has got to go to New York. First 4 or 5 picks is going to include that kid from Ohio State coming off the edge and quarterbacks. There's Okuda's going to go in there somewhere. Werfers is going to go in there. If you do the math and keep coming down, somebody said the 49ers have a better chance of all 3 wide receivers falling to 13 than they do pretty much every position available. You believe that?
With the hopes that the Raiders doesn't take a wide receiver.
Raiders, man, why don't they just...
They're going to take a wide receiver.
Curtis, why don't they trade up? 49ers, go ahead, trade up. Give somebody a 5th pick. Give him one of them. Give him that 6th pick too. Give him 31. Get Judy or get whoever you want as a wide receiver, but bring that dude to Santa Clara this end of this month. He should be checking into his locker.
I'm telling you, listen. Believe me, if we get Judy, game over.
I like the way that.
I don't care what we do the rest of I don't care what happens after that. That's what we've been missing. That's it. If you watch Kansas City, oh God, I can't believe I'm bringing them up. If you watch Kansas City, they had someone who can scare the daylights out of you. They had the same thing we had. We have Kittle, they have Kelsey, right? But did we have a Tyreek Hill? You need someone to scare the daylights out of you. That's what we need. Now, you put him with Debo, you got a problem.
Yes,
you got a problem now.
Because Debo will beat you up, and then you got a wide receiver that can run routes like a razor sharp. G can put that ball where he's supposed to. Somebody will be there on time. Oh, I like the thought of that.
There you go.
Yes.
I'm telling you, Judy is that guy. And, Sims going on saying, it's got
Get Kyle don't like him.
I don't know how much that
He ain't a Kyle Shanahan kind of guy. Sims is probably BS.
Yeah.
And everybody knows he's Kyle's bro.
Yeah, you got to take Judy. I want the jersey. We got to get him. And Ruggs. Hey,
I do like me some Ruggs now. That's the Tyreek Hill type of threat. Yes.
But you know what? We want this thing too bad.
I know.
We want this thing too bad.
I know. We got to have it. See, that's what I'm saying. We're letting ourselves down for
Worst come to worst, they back up a little bit and take Jefferson. I don't know.
We got to go. Let me tell you what. I'm going to see you tomorrow if you get a little chance, David. Great to meet you, too.
All right. Oh, man. Same here. I've been watching you, brother. Love you.
Thanks, fam.
Thanks a lot.
Love you back. Have a good night.
Yeah. You too.
David.
Bye.
Hey, as Rick checks in to say he's going to get him an OT. Hey, Rick, you know, now that Phil has come in and made lots of sense, maybe Joe Staley's not the kind of guy, his integrity's too high to be lagging on something like this, knowing how much he loves the 49ers. He's not going to put him in a behind the eight ball for draft night. He's going to let him know now, listen, get yourself an offensive tackle if you think you need one because I'm leaving. He would have said it weeks ago, right? I believe that. Okay, Rick, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, man, I'm of the mindset now, because now we're pretty much really are in draft mode. I'm like the other caller said. I really do want Jerry Jeudy more so than a Henry Ruggs. Although I do like the speed element.
I swear, I'd give anything to have them both.
The thing is, right now,
give me the Bama club.
The thing is, the thing is, you have to be honest. Probably our best route runner right now still is Kitty Cat Man.
I know, right?
I mean, just the facts. He's our best route runner. He's not a dog, but he is our best route runner.
He made Xavier Rhodes look like a fool in his rookie year. What would he not?
Right.
He just
so the thing is, like we said before, during the season, Coach Shanahan is telling Jimmy G to go to a spot. He's not saying throw directly to the person. He's like the old school back in the day.
Yes.
That greatest show on turf with Isaac Keem and Isaac Bruce and the other guy.
Polished.
Polished.
Wide receivers. Yeah.
Kirk Warner would just throw to a spot, and then they would just get to that spot, and then they'd keep running.
And then nothing the defense can do. Exactly.
No, because the thing about it, if you look at it, a lot of times this year, because Jimmy G couldn't really trust them, he would hold on to the ball more, waiting for them to come open versus just saying, look, I'm going to throw the ball. And that's why you see him and Kyle Shanahan have a lot of discussions like, hey, man, just throw the ball. And then Jimmy G would be like, wait a minute, I am throwing the ball, but look at their hands. I'm throwing the ball, and they're just popping it up, and we got 2 or 3 touch INTs or whatever the case may be. So I'm big on, if we can get Judy first, I would trade back to 13th. Trade back to the 31st, maybe get another receiver, whether it's a fast receiver, Higgins, or
I would get 2. Claypool. Don't let Mims. You get Judy at 13 and let Mims be there at 31. Oh, if I'm Kyle, they got to hold me down. Damn it, give me Mims. John, I want Mims. I'd be crazy.
Right, and the thing about it is, what you can do, we can get back to 31st. We can trade back to 31st. We can we can still stay in the second round and we can pick up some other ammunition. Now, what we can do with that other ammunition, because we don't want to just have a bunch of everything, we can go back and get a receiver or whatever the case may be, and then in that third round, look into one of these top guards, whether it's Robert Hunt, Logan Stenberg, Shane Lemieux, and that'll solidify another position, which we already said is the guard position, because we've had an issue with up the middle, like I said before. The other ones at this point, if we can come out of it with maybe a starting, because the thing about it is these cornerbacks, other than Okudah, he's the only one I can see coming in right now and starting over maybe Mosley. I don't think C.J. Henderson, although I do like him, I don't see him, because I looked at some of those games, he got toasted. And then the other ones with his Dantzler or it's Trayvon Diggs or whoever else, no, not this year. No. So we need somebody that's going to come in and have an impact. So if we can get two receivers, definitely Judy first and T. Higgins, Chase Claypool, Denzel Mims, and Gabriel Davis from UCF. If we come back and get a guard in the third round, then that solidifies a lot. Now, there's somebody I have as my sleeper pick, and he's somebody that can be had later in the round. I'm talking about like 6th or 7th round, possibly. His name is Michael Warren II, running back out of Cincinnati. I'll call him Baby Beast Mode. Look him up. He's a monster. But the thing about it is, at least if we can nail our first 3 picks, we have to nail our first 3 picks. And they have to come and be able to start and make an impact. Then the rest of the time is just gravy. Because next year, people act like we're not going to have a first, a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, and a seventh next year. So we're going to have more opportunities this year. Obviously, we gave up a lot, whether it's from D Ford or Emmanuel Mosley. Sanders. You know what I'm saying? That's why they won't have the second, third, and fourth.
And Rick,
we'll have all those picks back next year.
You know, the thing is, we're going to be picking probably low on a totem pole for another couple of seasons minimum. So you're right. Don't get nothing you can't use, and just bring him in the camp just to cut him. Don't just get a bunch. Don't get in. Well, I'm going to get 75 picks or whatever. No, don't do that. So, like I said before, that old trash. For me, I would love to get. Judy. I would love to get Claypool, and then I would love to get a guard. Whether it's you can leave my boy Mims out. I'm hurt.
I mean, the thing about it, I think he's going to be. I think gone. I think he'll probably be there at 30. Either he'll be there at 31st or 31st pick, or he'll be taken after. Right. And the thing about it, I just want to be able to get another guard.
I hear you, and they're going to. You know they're going to. Rick, we got to go though. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Good stuff as usual.
Absolutely, man. Niner Empire, Niner Faithful, man. Y'all have a great night. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Social distancing. Look forward to the show tomorrow, man.
Yes, and yes. I second all that. All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right.
Ooh, yes. Fam, they got to flatten this thing out. 2 weeks, all right? Let that curve stop and J1.
What's up, Ronbo?
J-Man, I mean, you know, we got a shelter right now. You know, you got to entertain yourself by doing whatever you got to do around the house and everything else. Go out and run an errand every now and then. Be careful. And then you get yourself together with your 49er thoughts, and they beat you all up, and you start thinking like a crazy man. I'm sitting up here believing Joe Staley is leaving. That is not going to happen, Ronbo. Oh.
Brother, he ain't leaving. He's retiring. This brother been a Niner since the beginning of his whole career. He loves the Niner. He's a Niner for life, and we love him as a fan. We love Joe Staley. You know what I'm saying? He's getting older. We understand that. And at the same time, he's got to do what he got to do. And the organization got to do what they got to do. And he's going to retire as a Niner. He ain't going nowhere. We love him. And that's all that we got to say. You know what I'm saying?
CJ, that's the point I'm making is if Joe was retiring this year, he ain't going to wait until April nothing. He would have told him a long time ago so they can make plans. He ain't going to leave him hanging.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, yeah.
He sees that we is so close as a team that we're going to go to the Super Bowl again. And I got mad faith that we're going to go to the Super Bowl again. That's why we're making moves that we're making so we can get back there again. We just, the story is along the lines is that Joe Staley knows how close this team is and how we got a great coach. We got a good organization behind this man. So he's sticking one more year to see if he can take it to that next level.
And he should. And he should. And Jay, you know why he should? Because like I said, beginning at this time last year, when everybody's talking about 13-3 and 14-2 Super Bowl, I said, stop. We lack the maturity. Jay, guess what we got now? We got hella maturity. And they're still kids. They're still kids.
Exactly.
Oh!
I love it, Ronbo.
Look out.
You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love our coaching. I love our coaching. I love this team. I love everything about this team. I've been a Niner since 94. I love this team. And we ain't gonna stop until we get that 6. You know what I'm saying? We need that 6. We should have had that 6 last year. We should have had that 6
in 2013
when Jim Harbaugh was the coach. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
We should have had them 6.
That
you know
team had maturity.
Get it now.
What the hell happened?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's all it was. We lacking maturity, like you said, Ronbo, and we gonna get it. He knows it. He sees it. That's why he's sticking around for another year to see if they can do that. And I think we have the team that can do that.
Yeah.
It's just, if everybody buys in, I'm talking about as a collective, everybody. I'm talking about coaching staff, trainers, teams, role players, bench players. Everybody buy into this. We can win it. You know
and they do. Jay, they do. They believe in Lynch and Shanahan. And by the way, Jay, you think about it, a lot of people out there talking smack, other dumbass fans, they don't know what they're talking about. The 49ers overachieved last year. They overachieved. Jay, here's the thing. You got a team now.
We were supposed to be.
Exactly. But we got more experience than we needed. We're a team that's on an upward trajectory. The 49ers offense isn't even ready to roll yet. And we got to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
And within a few minutes, didn't even almost finished it. Yes.
Exactly, Ronbo. And they don't understand how this team is a great team. We was a great team once Jimmy Garoppolo went down, and we was playing hard with backup quarterbacks. So imagine when we had Jimmy, when Jimmy played a whole full season, they knew what we was about. This defense, this offense, and this special team. We was a complete team. They kept saying New Orleans, Green Bay, the Patriots, all of them was a complete team, but they forgot about us.
I'm glad you didn't mention the Seahawks. Sick of them. Ain't worth a damn. Hey, the dynasty has already gotten underway. And they don't, for the suckers that don't know, wait till next year. Oh, I can't wait.
Exactly. I love it. Ronbo, I love it because we're about to bring the pain. You know what I'm saying? We are a great team, and we're going to bring the pain to the boys. Anybody who comes on the field with the Niners, they're going to feel it. And that's how I feel about my team. We're going to bring it every single game, every single down, every single quarter. That's why I feel about our team. We're going to bring it every single game.
Always did last year. They love playing for Kyle.
Yes,
they love playing for Stella. They love playing for Kasura.
Yes.
Jay, we gotta go.
Yes,
hey, Jay, let me see you tomorrow, Jay, because we're out of time. We're gonna work Sunday over as well. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Love what you do. I appreciate you, brother.
Thanks,
I listen
Jay.
to you every time. And I love talking to you about the Niners Nation because I don't get that from nowhere. I'm all the way in Tennessee. I don't get that from nowhere. So I listen to you, brother. I appreciate what you do. And stay safe because of this coronavirus. Just stay safe, brother. And,
you know it. And you too, Jay. We're in this together on that one. Oh, Tennessee to California to New York, every place else. Huh.
Yes, sir.
All right,
and
fam.
you know, I got mad love for you. Appreciate it,
Thanks,
brother.
fam. Love you back. I'll see you tomorrow, Jay. All right, fam. Night. There's J1. as we go over and check out and see what Naj, what's up?
Yeah, I love Ronbo.
Naj. Naj. You feeling all right? Naj? Naj, can you hear me? Since we're having that problem tonight, it seems. Naj! We may have to come back and check with Naj. TDs. Tech difficulties. You know, there's a TDs, I said. Not LTDs. But listen, hey, Alice!
Ronbo. We here.
Yes, indeed, Ellis.
What's up, champ?
Oh, you know, man, I'm just sitting up here trying to figure out why I started worried about Joe Staley. Now I feel foolish. You know, because Joe Staley, as Phil said, you think Joe Staley's just going to sit around and let the 49ers walk into the draft not knowing what he's going to do? Damn. You talk about being chastised. I felt like I just got a whooping. You know? Of course he ain't going to do that. But still, at number 13, I'm still, God, I don't know. It's just a crazy thing. But a lot of points been made tonight. Amplifier.
Man, I'm honestly, Joe's not going anywhere.
Nah.
He wants to get that ring. He's got some of the most in-depth passion and love for not just the game, but this team. He's stayed with us, this entire time. He, if we need to be getting any damn jerseys, we all need to be wearing Joe Staley jerseys because all these other guys have been expendable and have been leaving, and people have been quick to go and not really stay and stick with us through the thick of it, and when shit got bad and when it was really good, and Joe has never changed, and he's not going to go anywhere. He's definitely on the clock as far as how long he's probably going to want to end up playing. Hopefully he'll stay with us and won't go anywhere else, and he'll just retire a Niner or stick it out with us, and instead of taking a big pay, upgrade anywhere else, he'll take a pay cut just to stick with us if need be, just to continue this dynasty, because we got to get some rings in though. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel his passion. I know it pains him, and we don't like to lose, man. But Joe ain't going nowhere, man. Yeah. I like that they're creating the speculation and the to kind of throw off the scent a little bit. It's strategic, What I mean? It's all
with
calculated.
GMs. Yep.
Yeah, it's all calculated, man. So don't even stress on it.
Joe once said, 2 or 3 years ago, they were talking about trading Joe to a contender because it wasn't right to keep him with the 49ers organization. It didn't seem to be able to find a direction to go up. Joe said he'd retire before. He only knows one way, the 49er way. He said he'd retire before he'd be traded to another team. Right then and there, this guy to the bone is red and gold.
Exactly. So we have nothing to worry about, and that's why I say if anyone gets a damn jersey, it needs to be Joe Staley. We should all have have a Joe Staley jersey in our closets and in the Raptors. He'll retire a Niner. I truly believe that. But yeah, man, it's still pretty much I saw something about Detroit. They're looking or they wouldn't mind trading their number 3 pick. I don't know how the hell we would ever trade up to get a number 3.
Why
they were
Detroit,
saying that
they have so many needs. Why would they be trading up?
Yeah,
that's funny. But maybe they want more picks. They need so many. They need more players, not high quality. That makes sense.
Right.
Somebody's going to do that.
Yeah, it was
anyway,
showing something about Chase Young.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. We would never be able to do that. I mean, we have to give up another one of our star, D linemen or something like that to get there. So it would never be worth it. But I just saw something about it.
They might take 31, 13 and 31. They probably be happy with that.
Shit, and get Chase Young, and then we can get Chase Young at number 3, and then get whatever receiver we want at number 13, and I mean and let the chips fall where they may.
Don't
we got
make
all
me
those other
crazy,
picks.
Alex. I got Chase Young. I got the Ohio State attack. Oh, Chase Young on one side, Nick on the other. It don't matter who's in the middle. Good God Almighty. Oh.
Yes. I'm just saying that's just something I saw. So I don't know what we would have to do to get that, but I hopefully there would be nobody on here that would disagree with that. But I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
You'd have some people mad as hell. Some folks still want that wide receiver, but you know what? If I got Chase Young, it don't matter who's playing on offense. Nobody's going anywhere on the other team.
And if we end up, yeah, man, what they gonna do with us then? You know what I mean? I mean that fills the void of D-Buck right there. I'm just saying. Intermittently, and then when we get our other guys back, we still got 3 or 4 guys coming back from injury. I mean, we'll make do, to say the least. But I still see we can free up about 7 million if we end up, or 4.3 million if we cut Marquise or if we trade him. I think it's a little less in the high threes. So we can still free up some money, man, and do some things. It just kind of depends,
If you do what you Chase Young, now I'm getting rid. I love me some D Ford, but he can say goodnight. I got DJ. Oh, I got rookie contracts for now. I'll worry about the money I got to pay them in a few years. I got Chase and Nick coming off of both my edges. I'm gonna get something. I'm trading D Ford for a draft pick. Oh man!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And now that you just said that, you threw that out there. Now that just sparked some more conversation. I'm telling you, because we don't need a part-time D Ford, and he's taking up all that money, Ronbo. You know that. I'm sure everybody on here can agree. But I'm just saying, let's do some things that make sense. If we got Chase Young and Nick on each side, we got rookie contracts. We can build them up. They'll be monsters. And I mean, we just continue to build the dynasty and go forward. You know what I mean? So that's just a thought.
Oh man, Ellis, man, I need to smoke a cigarette. I mean, I feel like that was awesome. Chase Young and Nick coming off of both edges. That's ridiculous. Hey, we got to go to Ellis. Let me see tomorrow, man.
Yes,
bring something good tomorrow, too.
All love. That's all love, fam. Hey, I appreciate you as always, Ronbo. Make sure y'all subscribe. Get download that Ronbo Sports app. Hit the like. Do all of those things, man. And shout out to the Niner faithful out there, man. Let's not stress it, man. Let's be more eager to getting this damn coronavirus and shit out of here so we can really enjoy lives and look forward to the season coming in a timely fashion, on schedule, shall I say.
Mm-hmm. All right, I mean? Good stuff.
Stay
good
safe,
stuff,
Ronbo. I'll let you tomorrow.
Fam. All right, looking for you, too.
Right on, champ.
Night.
Peace.
Let's go back and check to see if Naj is available. Hey, Naj. I thought we had Naj earlier. Didn't he say hello? Something happened to him all of a sudden. Hey, K. Hendricks.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
K, man, because, Ellis got me going. I mean, I didn't know Detroit was talking about giving up that third pick. I thought they was going to use that third pick for some because they got lots of needs. But I don't think they're not getting rid of their quarterback.
I doubt they do that, man. They need way too many players in the defense. I doubt they do that.
But you know what? No, they got to pick up Chase. They got to. It's like, no, you guys, Chase Young is yours. The first 2 guys are going to take quarterbacks. You need to get some help on D. You're right. So we can forget about that. But you know what?
But yeah, man.
Joe Staley's not going anywhere. I made a mistake even thinking that. But
nah, of course not, because he been with this team for years, man. And I honestly think they just using that as a method to confuse a lot of GMs. Because it's a lot of things out there in the media pertaining to us getting a new position at the 13th pick. That's all confusing to try to throw other GMs off, mainly the Raiders and picks before us. I think we should get a wide receiver, Ronbo. I don't know why a lot of people are overthinking this.
Yeah.
We exist in the Super Bowl. We don't need to fix things that's not broken. You know what I'm saying? I think we should easily get CeeDee Lamb. The reason why I say that is because
you like Lamb over Judy?
I like them both, but it's just something about Lamb that gets to me, man. He remind me a lot of like DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah,
somebody that can, when you throw the ball up, you can easily depend on him catching it. Because we already have, Kittle as our number 1 target. We should just get. I think we should get CeeDee Lamb, Ronbo, paired up with Debo. we don't need a guard. We got Brunskill already, so
See,
I think we should use that 13th on that wide receiver position.
But Kay, let me ask you this question while you talk about receivers. Now, listen, you mentioned George Kittle as being our number one target. The 49ers have been easing around trying to quietly look at tight ends. What if they traded down? They could trade down to 20 and still target and get the tight end they want, plus maybe a second-round pick. Is there?
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that.
But is there a tight end worth a damn this year? Last year, a lot of tight ends. This year, what do you think? Is there a tight end
Moss, but I really haven't been looking at too many tight ends in that draft.
I don't think
now unless we get Chase Claypool and turn him into a tight end, but I haven't been really looking at.
Yeah, I don't want to reconvert anybody to a tight end though. I want him to be a tight end, a hard nose.
But they also saying.
Go ahead.
They also saying that Justin Jefferson he's taking over Jerry Judy's draft stock. Like they're trying to say he's better than Jerry Jeudy now. But I honestly don't see what the hype is on him. I like Jefferson, but I just don't like him that much for us to pick him. Like I think we should get CeeDee Lamb, Ronbo. I think we should. Or Ruggs. Speed kills. Speed kills, man.
I'm a huge Ruggs fan. I'm probably, if they call Ruggs' name that night, I'll lose it. Because I'll say, you know what? Now let's go play Kansas City. Y'all got one, we got one. Let's go. I'm going to be down.
Now, I honestly think, how I told you last call when I called up here, how I think that the 49ers and the Chiefs are going to be like the Cavaliers and the Warriors the next couple of years. I think we should go ahead and make that move, man, because if we get Ruggs, I honestly think that it's a defensive back in the NFC West that can control Debo, Kittle, and Ruggs at the same time, especially on those jet sweeps, man. I really don't think it's gonna be a lot of confusion because Henry Ruggs not no type of receiver that you could just play against. You got a game plan against him, like seriously do some game planning against him. The guy wanted to run a 4.2. This ain't somebody you can just, cover down the field.
And he's stronger.
He's got to be somebody you game plan against.
Yeah, when he catches the ball, that speed, now you got to deal with his strength on top of that. That is a weapon.
Most definitely. I don't think we should take a defensive tackle. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it, but I think we should get some more weapons for Jimmy G to put him in those MVP talks next year. I think we should, man.
You got three guys. You got three guys next year. We talk about Kyle Shannon's offense is really complicated for guys to get it down right. It takes a year. I suspect next year, Bourne, Taylor, Debo, George has already got it. I suspect next year, some of those times that you saw misses or miscues or Jimmy standing there holding the ball, I imagine this year you won't see that. You'll see guys on their P's and Q's,
Absolutely.
And that offense will develop and go to the next level. When that happens, there's not a team in the NFL that can stop the 49ers offensively. And then if you had a tough defense, this is what I'm saying, as long as that defense doesn't fall off, man. Oh.
And then, Ronbo, this is another thing, too. I hear a lot of people saying, what about, we don't need a receiver because of Trent and Jalen. I don't think a lot of people know how serious a back injury is.
No, you're right.
You can't just recover from a back injury within a few months.
And just go back out there and get hit again. I agree.
Yeah.
Katie,
people overlooking the fact that he couldn't even get on the airplane to the Super Bowl.
I thought that was a joke. Okay, Hendricks, we got to go, fam. I'll see you tomorrow, though. Good stuff.
All right, Ronbo.
Have a good night, fam. And be careful.
You too.
All right.
Oh, most definitely. What's happening?
All right, fam. Let's go check out our IB.
Ronbo. What's going on, brother?
It's been fun tonight, man. Every time some new thought, I'm trying to think about my moments tonight. It's Chase out of Ohio State. That's just that's absurd. Nick Bosa and his boy on the other side. Oh man, Lord have mercy. That's obscene. But I mean, realistic. Getting back to reality.
Right.
I was wrong
Right.
for even putting it up. Joe Staley's not leaving. He's not going to just leave. It's retire all of a sudden. If he's going to retire, he's going to let us know long before now. So I'm pretty sure we're robbing wrong on that. But listen, what do you do now? There's some other things to consider. Are you still staying with a wide receiver at 13? Or what's your preference?
Me personally, yeah, I'm using 13 for a receiver. I feel like one of our biggest emphasis on the team right now is George Kittle extension, probably in the off season, or unless they do it later on in the year or however they go. And to me, the most benefit we get out of George Kittle is by having an explosive receiver. I mean, and I'm not taking away from Debo. I'm not taking away from anybody else on the team. But if we have that one explosive, deep threat receiver, that preferably I believe is Ruggs. That's what I like. I like Ruggs because he's going to stretch the field,
and just
I
mess
think
with people's minds. Yes,
I think he's got more options with him. You know what I'm saying? But what I do think, because it's been a couple weeks now we've been talking about this, looking at this, and so on and so forth. And for those who saying, "Oh, Ruggs ain't gonna be there," the PFN mock draft simulator, for those who are familiar with it, all right, I've done it myself. Jump online, do it, play with the numbers. I've played with the numbers. I've stayed with 13 and traded 13 to get I think it was 10 from Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken. With the future 2021 draft pick to make sure I got Ruggs, and still had my 31 pick that I had an option of either picking there or trading off and doing something else with. So it's a lot of things that we can do with, but I believe after we pick receiver, I believe what's necessary has to be defensive back. We have to have something.
A lot of people agree.
We have to. I mean, and that's not taking nothing from Sherm. I love Sherm. Sherm is still elite. These people who's talking about Sherm don't know what an MCL and an Achilles surgery is all about. So I don't credit none of that shit they talking about. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely need somebody for insurance. I truly believe so.
And they can learn. What I like, the timing now would be right. He'd come in. He'd see some of the things Sherm's doing. Although it benefited, it looked like Spoon was picking it up. I don't understand Spoon. He regressed. I've never seen a player regress in the middle of a season. Usually,
I looked at Spoon. I looked at Spoon's combine, right? And you can somehow, if you're the type of person who studies players' body mannerisms and techniques, you can somewhat tell where their mental is at. Spoon has always been trying to develop his footwork and fundamentals. And when he got hurt and Mosley stepped in, I think it kind of messed up his mental. And now he's got to start all over from square one. And honestly, I like him better on special teams because he's not as physical as Mosley. He reads the ball better than Mosley, but he's not as physical as Mosley.
Yeah. And Mosley it must have scared Spoon. Mosley made some outstanding plays on several different occasions. That Hawks game, that was textbook when he stopped that reception.
Every game.
Ooh, look at Mosley.
His physical presence is totally different. I mean, as far as a quarter, and this is what we're not saying about Mosley. We're talking about his run ball defense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, stopping the run and playing on running plays and things like that. He's a lot more physical. He's up there with the big boys. You got to give that man his credit, man. You know what I'm saying? That was really like his rookie year last year.
That was right there, IB. His only mistake was maturity, like I was talking about last year at this time. Mosley didn't recognize, and he made a movement that you only have a split second to make a decision on. He made the wrong decision in the Super Bowl. Otherwise, he had been stellar all season long.
And
he'll never make that mistake again. What? You'll never see Mosley make that mistake again.
Either side of the ball. There's been times he had to come in and play for Sherman, and he played sound. You know what I'm saying? The man, I mean, that right there, what happened in the Super Bowl was a lot of mental things that went on. And And who knows? You know what I'm saying? It could have been a mental lapse. The team admits that the defense was lackadaisical, so it could have been that. You know, they could have felt like, hey, man, we got this. And who knows, man?
He was going to help out.
You know,
but the fact is, if you know the sequence and what you're supposed to do in your assignment, you fall into the right position. Mostly headed, no. Okay, let's not go over that play again.
All he had to do is turn his hips back the other way. Man.
Yes!
That's it. Or not even that, just stay instead of going. You know what I'm saying? That's all he had to do.
That's Tyreek Hill.
I mean, but, you know.
Okay. He thought he had safety help.
That's a learning curve.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, I don't even think it's that. I think that's
somewhat. I'm hoping that was the reason.
No, I mean, think about it, because I know we all played a little football. If you cornerback and you got Hill in front of you, you're locked in on that.
Yes.
Man. You know what I'm saying? And if you know you're one-on-one with him, you're going to take him.
That's your assignment.
You've been doing it all game.
Everybody else. Know what I'm saying? So yes, everybody else will recover and react to what you do. Okay. You know what? I mean, we could be on this all night. Let me see tomorrow. Get out of time. Damn, I can't get over that play. I mean, all right. Justin. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Justin, come on in, man. This just in.
Well, I want to give a huge shout out to all the callers. Thank you guys. We appreciate, as a guy who works in the retail business, I appreciate all the COVID-19 messages at the end of every call. Keep it going, man. Keep you guys going. You know, sort of message, man. You know, this we need to beat this virus. And
if you're dealing,
we beat it by you guys spreading the message. That
and also you're dealing with people coming
stay
in,
home, and
and cover up, and just keep a distance. All those things. Everybody knows the rules. You're dealing with the public all the time now, Justin.
Yes, I am. I am dealing with the public all the time.
God, you be really careful.
Yes. A lot of people don't understand. We give a huge shout out to all the medical people who are. In no way am I saying I'm going through hell, because I understand medical people are going through heck right now where they're so
really scary.
I am only a retail person. I only can say thank you from all the people, from all the retail workers. We appreciate everyone spreading a message about keeping your distance, washing your hands, and please have respect for those. Have respect and keep 6 feet away.
All right, Justin.
We appreciate it.
We better get into some football if we're running out of time. No, Justin, as I said, I've already apologized for Joe Staley. I don't even know how I thought that. I read the article. I don't know why I bought it. Joe Staley's not going to just leave suddenly and after the draft.
I think he's.
But anyway,
you know, it's rare. I think it's rare where we find with Staley, because we had a lot of linemen, offensive linemen leave. We had Boone leave. We had Capati leave. We had a Snyder leave. Adam Snyder. Not many people remember him. We had what else do we have? We had a lot of linemen who left, and there was one point where Cap gave money to Boone to get him to stay, come back next year. If anybody doesn't remember that,
we knew before the draft.
Staley's one of those guys.
Yeah.
Staley's one of those guys where he's humble and he wants to honor, and he's going to honor that 2-year contract. And he's going to finish out with us.
Yeah, he's got standards. Staley's not about the money either. So, but anyway.
No.
Okay. So the speculation's been all over the place. You know, Staley's not going anywhere. You don't have to grab a tackle, but you do have to worry about Staley's longevity and much longer he's going to last. So you're 13. Has your mind changed at all?
I think you started out the show with a perfect message. You know, like you say, you were going to receiver. Remember, a year ago you said, receiver, heck no. But now the way it's going, for a receiver looking at first receiver, if a receiver is not available, maybe Kinlaw is available, because the Jags might take him, but then the Jags might go a different direction.
Who would the Jags take? That means for arbitrarily.
Kinlaw. Oh, wait. They would not to take Kittle, and they'd probably take Lamb, probably. Lamb.
A wide receiver in the Jags? No, they want to keep that defense stout. That's what won for them before. They lost. They got rid of
a receiver or at least a corner, because I know they need improvement in the secondary for Jags. So it's one of those two: the receiver, D line, or corner. One of the two. One of those three for the Jags. So I know there's a. So.
But anyway, they're going to leave something for us, whether it's a defensive lineman or a wide receiver. Pretty much what you're saying. Huh? Well, what is that going to be?
Yeah, I think if Kinlaw is not I've always said I like Kinlaw. I think he's a good. In no way am I saying that Kinlaw can be the next step like DeForest Buckner, where he was dominant on like every single play, every single snap. No way. In no way am I saying he's going to be that yet. I don't know yet because I only seen his college film. I think he's a massive guy. He gets off the ball easy, and he pushes around offensive linemen like they're
you've sold us on Kinlaw. You've sold us on Kinlaw several times.
Yeah.
Here's the point. Now take this to another place. You're going to say take Kinlaw. What are you going to do about those wide receivers? If you got Kinlaw sitting there on the clock, all of a sudden you got Judy. Let's say Judy and Henry Ruggs are still available.
Well, I traded at 31. I traded at 31 because I feel like the 49ers don't have enough money to pay two first-round players. I feel like that's just that they just don't have that kind of the cap hit right now, cap space, because they want to pay Kittle. They want to give Kittle that money at the end of the year. So I think you trade at 31. You get more picks. You trade good when you save $9 million. Or I think it's 9 because I think he's like 9 to 10 or something like that. I just don't know. I know you say some kind of money.
I don't think his cap hit is that big. I think it's more like 4.5. But listen, you know what?
That's a 4.5.
Yeah, go ahead and think about that. And I'm gonna we got to go out of time. I'll see you tomorrow though. Yeah. Get those figures together. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Have a good night, fam.
All right. Catch y'all later and wash those hands, everybody. Please wash your hands, man.
All right.
Keep it safe. All right.
Thanks, Justin. Have a good night. And boy, we didn't get it done while you were here. We can do it now, though. Oh, man, I need to see anything I can do to get my mind off the misery that we're suffering in the world. I will do it. And that means singing. Oh. It's Indian Boy's birthday. My dude, I be happy. Ho, 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 ho. Happy Niners birthday. I be happy Niners birthday to Indian Boy. Happy Niners! Birthday, I be hit the nice 4-0. You go. Hope you have a good time too. In spite of all the things that are going on, you still find joy, find a house, having a good time. It's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Big show. It's not even Monday night. It must be urgent and serious if the big show is about to make an appearance. And so, I've got your latest mock. We'll wait until the last week because I know you're going to have a mock 12 and 13.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
To put you up.
Because I'm so torn between Judy and Lamb. It's not even funny.
Really?
Yes. And I'm glad we're talking about this tonight because, first of all, logging onto Twitter is like wandering through the woods a little bit. It's like you never know what you're going to find out there, and it's like you keep walking, and eventually you run into a tree and bam, yelling at you.
Texting.
Yeah. Joe Staley's not retiring. That's what I'm coming down to. That's my bottom line.
You're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
If he would have retired, he would have announced it right after the Super Bowl and not put the 49ers in a hideous situation come draft time and change.
And emotionally, it was not a good time to make a decision either. So glad he didn't.
Exactly. So I don't think we have to worry about him retiring until next year. And I think we'll be fine with our offensive line until next year. And that's when we'll address his eventual replacement. But I could see us also getting a tackle with our 31st pick, or either trading out of that 31st pick and getting a tackle in the second round and grooming
pick up a couple
him
more picks
for a year. Grooming him for a year and letting him sit behind Staley and learn, and eventually rotate in and out to keep Staley healthy. And as far as Judy, Lamb, and Ruggs goes, they will be there for us all at 13. I'm fairly confident with that because the first 10 picks are going to be quarterbacks. I'm going to repeat myself again. Are going to be the first three. There's three teams up there that need quarterbacks.
The edge
There's
rusher,
also teams that up there.
Yep.
Edge rusher Isaiah Simmons. Everyone keeps forgetting about the best linebacker in this draft.
Chasing Okuda's going first before.
Okuda, exactly. That's like 5 spots right there.
Is that only 5?
You know,
because Tua's going in 5, 4, 5. Okay. Hey, have you heard anything about Detroit trading that third pick?
The first 10 to 11 picks are going to be quarterbacks, offensive linemen, and defensive linemen, and also a sprinkle or two of at the
DBs,
linebacker or corner. Yeah.
Right. Oh, Simmons. So, Simmons is going to be up there high.
Yep. Isaiah Simmons. So everyone keeps forgetting about him.
I didn't.
And that dude ran that dude ran a pretty fast 40 in the combine. So
ridiculous.
Yeah, and Arizona's not going to take a receiver. They're not going to take Lamb. They just traded for Hopkins. Why would they go and get another receiver with their first overall pick? That's ridiculous. That's
show only because Lamb is already plug and play with their program.
I understand that, but they also need a starting tackle. And
they badly.
They have their offensive line is hideous. Have you seen how many times Murray went down last year?
How many
Same
first
thing
round?
with Darnold.
One question though: how many first round picks does Arizona have? Show if anybody knows, you know.
They only have one.
Okay.
They only have one first round.
Because they could go O lineman in the second round.
No, they traded a third and a fourth for DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, I forgot. They got rid of all their draft picks. Arizona screwed up. I love it. They can't afford all those. They need all the draft picks they can get right now. I forgot about that. Hopkins cost them.
Yep. So, and the Jets need a starting right tackle. They lost their tackle to Seattle, who Seattle paid $11 million to. And Kinlaw is going to be going to the Jaguars, and Brown is going to be going to the Panthers, who desperately need defensive line help. Yes, they have Josh Allen, but they also need the interior line to be taken care of. And what the Kinlaw fans don't tell you is Kinlaw suffers from knee tendonitis, and we can't afford to have two players on.
Oh no! But what did you just say? He's got knee tendonitis too.
Yes.
Oh.
We can't afford to have two defensive linemen.
No.
They shut him down before the Senior Bowl. He shut himself down before the Senior Bowl happened because he was suffering from knee tendonitis. We can't afford to have two. We can't afford to have two defensive linemen who have the same
laying on the sideline with their knee hurt.
Being unavailable throughout the half of the year. That's ridiculous.
How many feelings did Show hurt tonight? See, a lot of people were thinking Kinlaw is definitely on his way to San Francisco. And Show, I hope you're right on this because you got called. Somebody called you out on one of these a few weeks ago that you claimed somebody had an Achilles or something going on.
No, I actually got the players mixed around. It was Laviska Shenault who had toe surgery, and it was Gladney who had a meniscus tear. And I am staying away from players who've got injury issues. I'm sorry, I am, but no, thank you. And there's nobody like the previous caller said who's going to come out and beat out Mosley, who just received incentive-based money on his contract from a rookie.
And Mosley learned a lot of things last year. He's not bad at all.
And it's going to take at least 2 to 3 years for these defenders to learn this system, this wide line system that we just switched over from the 3-4 that we played 2 years ago, which most of these college players play in. 3-4 or 4-3, and it's going to take a long time for them to learn a new system, to be acclimated to a new system.
That's a good point.
So, and Judy Lamb are the most pro-rated receivers. I compared Lamb to
All right, so we had to go, Show. We ran out of time. All right, sorry, Show. Get back in tomorrow and finish that. Taryn!
What up, Ronbo?
Darren, tell you what, fam, I'm like, Taryn will be on this weekend with this draft. I know he's not going to give away too much right now. But Taryn, I'm telling you, man, I lost my mind reading. See, this is what I'm saying. When you sit around reading too much, I actually contemplated, is Joe Staley going to check out on us? But then, like Phil said, why in hell would Joe Staley not tell everybody he was going to leave before the draft? Of course he's not going to do that. Suddenly, the light opened up all around me. Damn, that's right. It's Joe Staley. Of course he's going to let you know if he's leaving. Taryn, okay, with that being said, now where do you go with your rant? Go ahead.
No, it's cool. Yeah, Joe Staley, he's not a Chris Borland or Anthony Davis and just gonna hit us up at the last moment and say, I'm going to retire. He has more class than that. He's been there too long.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, I think, and I agree with Show, I think if he would have retired, he would have retired, like, the same week after the Super Bowl.
Yeah. But unfortunately, he didn't let his emotions get carried away and make any decisions at that point. So he's waited this long. He continued to wait.
Exactly. So I think he has 2 years left on his deal. I wouldn't be surprised if he fulfilled his contract.
I am.
And just retired after 2021. But
absolutely.
Listening to everybody's call, I kind of agree with everybody on here. Arizona, I mean, they pick in the top 10, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were to trade down to acquire more picks because they use a lot of their draft capital to go after DeAndre Hopkins. To me, I think the best receiver is CeeDee Lamb, and I think he's the best one, hands down. I think he won't be there. Jacksonville has a chance to go on receiver, but I truly feel that, what's his name, DJ Chark, he did a pretty good job. He showed, big playability, that he can be kind of a number one. I wouldn't be surprised if they went D-line or old tackle to, so they can protect the mustache guy over there, Gardner Minshew.
I know Minshew with that mustache.
Jets need a left tackle because Sam Darnold was sacked so many times. He was sacked tremendously. So I think the only team we have to worry about taking a wide receiver in mind is probably Oakland. Yeah, the Raiders. And if they do take Lamb, I mean, we have Ruggs and Judy sitting in our lap. So I think Judy is better right now. I think he's more pro ready and will make a
immediate impact
right away. But I think Ruggs will be better in 2 or 3 years. I think he has higher ceiling than Jerry Judy. So yeah, I don't think we're going offensive tackle. People realize, okay, we traded a superstar defensive tackle to get the 13th pick. We're bringing back 20 out of 22 starters. I don't really believe that Lynch and Shanahan would draft a player to sit on the bench.
Yeah,
we're too close. We're too close to winning the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, we're too close. We were 8 minutes away from winning that Super Bowl. I mean, at that point, we were up by 10. It was 20-10 with 8 minutes left. We're 8 minutes away from winning the Super Bowl. So I don't see us drafting somebody at 13 to sit on the bench for a year. That to me, that doesn't make any sense when you're that close to winning the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Trent Baalke drafted. No, we ain't doing that.
Exactly. I think we're too close. So, and people are forgetting, Brunskill and School did a
decent job,
I believe.
Yeah.
They did an awesome job, and we brought back Sean Coleman. He's a swing tackle. He can play both left and right. So I think we do have, even if we go offensive guard or tackle, whatever, in the later rounds, we'll be fine. We can always go offensive tackle next year if Joe Staley decides to leave. But I don't see us going offensive tackle. I'd actually be shocked if they drafted offensive tackle or even a D lineman in the first round. I think we need to shore up that offense. We need that opposite receiver of Debo because Hurd, like everybody has mentioned, his back injury, it kind of scares me because you don't know how he's going to come back from that. Trent Taylor been hurt for 2 years.
Yeah.
Dante Pettis.
Trent apparently won't be his back. Dante Pettis. There's the name right there, Ted.
Yeah.
What are you expecting from him now?
I mean, I hate to question a man's passion because I really don't know him like that. But at the same time, I really think that Dante Pettis, he doesn't have passion for football like he does. I mean, he grew up with money. His dad was a baseball player. He's a coach for the Astros. Every time I see him, and like I said, everybody deserves to have a life outside of their job. I get that. But he's always talking about his cats. He's doing photography.
Yeah.
I really don't think he has that dog in him. And
he wants everybody to know how diverse his life is.
Everybody mentioned earlier, he's probably our best route runner right now. But he doesn't like contact. He's scared to get hit.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, he's just one of them dudes that, he has something that you can't coach. You either have that dog in you or you don't.
Yeah.
That's something I don't think that you can really teach. So
it's so unfortunate.
What are your thoughts, Ronbo?
No, I agree. I mean, it's unfortunate with his skill set that he doesn't have the right mentality. You know how many players wish they could run a route like Dante and lose the defender as easily as he does? And he's talking about photography and some of the other aspects of his life. I'm just, this guy, remember those guys around campus? No, dude, I'm not just another dumb athlete. I've got other aspirations and ambitions in my life other than playing football. Exactly. Okay, but we lost the game. Life goes on.
Yep.
All right, you know what? We don't need to know each other anymore. If you go, if you go YOLO me to death, then, then I don't really, don't get me started on that. Dang, he bothers me. Darren.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does.
Let me see you Sunday.
But
because we're out of time. I'll see you Sunday.
That's okay.
And we will spend a lot of time.
Yep.
All right?
Yes, sir. I'll see you tomorrow, sir. You have a good one.
You too. Thanks, fam. Good night.
All right, later, man.
Chris, I got to learn to be quiet. Hey, and here he is. He is one of the founding members of TNT. Trey from VA.
Finally. And I do mean finally.
It's not as
Brother
too
Ronbo.
cute.
I wasn't going to take it there tonight. Tonight, not enough energy.
It's not Monday.
It's
It's
just
true.
cute and cuddly. It's not enough energy, though. It's WrestleMania. I know with COVID-19, and shout out to everybody affected by that. Shout out to anybody that knows somebody. You might not even know anybody. Stay safe, stay home.
I know,
Real talk.
Scary thoughts.
But it's Rombo Mania, guys. The draft is upon us. This is the best time of year. Shout out to my TNT brothers.
It is fun.
Do it, brother Rombo. Now it has been a lot of conjecture about what we're gonna do, Rombo. But before I get into
I want to apologize for Joe Staley, though. I was wrong. I don't even know why I put that up there. Every time I look at it, wrong.
Because Joe Staley, I said Joe was done last year. He proved me wrong, and I tipped my cap to that man. I said, you got another one in you. And Joe, like they said, Joe's not the type of guy that's going to jump ship at the
walk
last
out.
minute.
Yeah,
hey, Kyle.
Leave you
hey, Kyle, this is it for me. Go ahead, get your affairs in order, Kyle. That type of thing. But let me ask you, Rombo. Number 13. I'm going to pin you down. What do you want?
I'm ready.
What do you want? What do you want?
Henry Ruggs. I still want the Ruggs factor.
Let me explain to people that say that we don't need a Henry Ruggs. It's not that we don't like Jerry Jeudy. It's not that we don't like CeeDee Lamb. That's not the point. The point is this. We need game changers, okay? The difference between being up 20-10 and not making a play for the rest of the game is game-changing plays and ability.
Amen.
We got guys that can move the sticks, but we need guys that can take it and take it 6. And that's just the pure fact of the matter, Rombo. But if we don't go that way, Javon Kinlaw has had 10.5 sacks at defensive tackle in the SEC against 2 of the top 10 offensive linemen that are going to be drafted this year in the draft. Andrew Thomas, and my man from Alabama, what's his name? Cedric, I'm forgetting his last name.
Is it D lineman?
It's escaping me.
Because I don't know about those guys.
No, offensive lineman, Willis.
Oh,
something like that. But the point is that 10.5 sacks on both defensive tackle. Okay, it's pretty decent. But if we're not going to do that,
Trey, you heard what Show said. Is that accurate? Because I have to fact check Show every now and then.
What do you mean? Is it accurate? Oh,
he said Show's knee. Show said he has tendinitis.
Okay, here we go with that. If that's what tendinitis looks like, if that explosion, that production, if that savoir-faire, you know somebody says they have savoir-faire. He has savoir-faire. Every time he's around the quarterback, just something happens, okay? If that's what it looks like with tendinitis, sign me up. It's not D4 tendinitis where he's not playing. He's not on the field ever.
D Ford, please. He's so good. He's so good.
Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that.
You're right.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Ronbo. If we don't do that, here's the thing, though, people. Here's the thing. What do we have at defensive tackle? Right now, Solomon Thomas is starting.
Oh.
I don't like that. And the reason why is because Eric Armstead is going to be your base defensive end. I'm not sure D Ford can start on first down. That's the question of the offseason, Ronbo. Can D Ford start on first down? Is he healthy enough to do that?
No, he doesn't do
what
well with the run.
That was last year. Oh, so we got to hide our $85 million man. Is that what you're saying?
We did. And everybody paid no attention to that.
But Ronbo, in that theory, that means that Eric Armstead is starting, and that means that either I can't even say it because DJ might still be bouncing back from injury. That means Solomon Thomas.
No, Jones is okay. He
You're
just had
telling
an
me
ankle.
I can't have Kinlaw? I can't have Kinlaw? I don't like
you
that.
can.
Either way, though. But Solomon Thomas is starting in my 4-3 base right now. And I don't like
he's
that.
not. Trey, we'll do everything we can.
He is.
Not that. No,
he's
no.
He's starting right now, Ronbo.
The thing is, we can't start him there, Trey. Our defensive line is omnipotent. Will not be anymore.
If we had a chance, Ronbo, you feel my pain. One last thing before we get out of here. We're not going to do it long. We're going to do it strong. The offensive line, I'm willing to address that. Here's why. People are saying we don't need this, we don't need that, we don't need this, we don't need that. I, too, agree that maybe we don't need an offensive tackle. I like what Brunskill did. He's like the top guy at backup left tackle, starting right guard. I like what he did.
He's amazing.
But if you told me at 31 that you invested in a Cesar Ruiz from Michigan.
Oh, I like that. I like that dude.
You like
Put him
him?
in. Oh,
you like him?
Yes.
Because he's got a little nasty. And here's the thing, and I'll get out of here on this.
Okay.
Weston Richburg, though, he's had a couple of lower extremity injuries, and I don't like that.
And he'll have another one. He does this every year.
His legs, Ronbo, we're going to get up out of here.
All right, Trey.
I know you got to roll. Appreciate you.
Looking forward to hearing from you tomorrow. Good stuff, Trey.
Hey, shout out to my TNT brothers. You know who you are. Hey, guys, just remember this. If you don't agree with me, Solomon Thomas is starting right now.
Good night, Trey. It's like Trey left with a threat. You know the dude that drops ashes on your rug, on your carpet as he leaves the party? Take that, man. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Erico 208. Solomon Thomas. It's just like a warning. 49er fans, Solomon Thomas will start the 2020 season. 208, where you at? Hello. Thomas could fool everybody, though. All right. But Stevie come in there and clear everything up. I'm asking. Stevie, come on in, Stevie.
Ronbo.
Stevie, my first, I know you're doing all right because you're on the phone. But Stevie, my first question is, Kinlaw. I heard Dre confirmed Kinlaw's got tendonitis.
I didn't know that, so I can't sit there and say I confirm it. I don't know that, but I mean, he's not like Trey said. He had 10.5 sacks in the SEC.
so
that tendonitis is very good with me.
It's under control, apparently, right?
Right. I'll be fine with that.
Stevie,
all day. Oh, by
Stevie,
the way,
your location. You got a lot of sound. Are you outside or what?
Oh no, I'm inside.
Because you got a lot of noise coming into your phone. Oh, is that me? Is that a feedback? You got a speaker on?
No. I got you on my headphones. Can you hear now?
Oh,
is everything good now?
Oh, the sound cleared up. All right. Hey, Stevie.
I think it was just Stevie.
And let me not say too much because I know you got a lot to say and add to this stuff tonight. My apologies about Joe Staley. He's not going anywhere. I feel foolish. But go ahead. What are you thinking?
Well, Ronbo, I'm trying to save everything because we got our thing coming up soon, so I'm not going to say too much.
All right.
But I was going to piggyback on what everybody said. What Dre said. I'm not with Dre. I'm sorry, Trey. That Kinlaw is, he's a very good replacement for Butler. We do have Solomon Thomas starting, which scares a lot of people, which is sad because we drafted him third over. So that scared me too. I came to the realization, like, We really do have something to start. And he's only a somewhat of a capable backup. But, I mean, maybe guys like Julian Taylor will step up, hopefully.
Oh.
I guess that's what they're banking on.
But
you know,
Julian, but Stevie, Julian and Ronnie Blair, these guys are still trying to heal up. They're not going to be ready.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I said. That's what they're hoping on. So I'm pretty sure they got a plan that we don't know of right now. Because I mean, they were looking at deep tackles. They looked at Ndamukong Suh. So that lets you know they're trying to look. We're trying to get a tight end. So I think Ross Dwelly is good. He's just slow. We need a real deal pass catching threat as a backup to Kittle. So that takes the weight off Kittle. Because if we get a star-studded receiver, like all the receivers that we're talking about in the draft, or anybody just close to it, Kittle game is he's gonna break the record again at tight end, because now you can't double Kittle. You can't do it.
True.
You have to. That's why I feel like that's why everybody was so in love with the OBJs and whoever else. So maybe this rookie class of receivers can do it, but like again, it's a rookie class. You never know what you're getting. I want to prove it vet, but you know we're not in charge. We're not GM, so.
But Stevie, you know something. You point to something that's very interesting, because the fact of the matter is, George Kittle did work even with Marquise Goodwin on the field. So you get another guy with a little more skill in there and speed. Shoot, like you're saying, George Kittle's going to set another record.
Yeah, he's going to set another record. Nobody's going to stop Kittle just one-on-one. Not like that.
It's already been proven.
Got that. So what you do is because we love Debo. Debo's going to be a really, really good receiver for us for the future. But we need another dynamic receiver. We need the one that demands double coverage. Debo doesn't demand that just yet. So we have to deal with that for right now.
He might next year, Stevie. He might next year.
We have to see.
Because he scared people. Yeah.
We don't have Emmanuel Sanders anymore. We don't. So
all that
coverage is going to roll.
Yeah.
How he's going to feel with that coverage rolling to him now? That's what he has to deal with. He didn't deal with that last year. He had the second and third string corners on him. He had some linebackers on him, but we'll see.
I forgot about
Ronbo.
The Sanders effect. You're right.
It does, because he demanded the number one corner on him. And then when Debo started stepping up, he started getting the number one corner, but not on a consistent basis, because they still were trying to look out for Emmanuel Sanders. You can't just let him be on the second string corner on him, because he will take advantage of the situation.
Dang.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, man.
Well, by the way, Ronbo, it's my birthday today, too.
Oh, it's the birthday? All right, Stevie.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Happy Nana's birthday to Stevie. Get my Louis Armstrong. Happy Nana's birthday to Stevie. Happy Nana! Birthday to Stevie. Stevie! Yeah. Do you know you staying safe out there, man? Doing all the things you're supposed to do, all the distancing, sheltering down, washing the hands.
Oh, yeah, you know I'm in the house.
Save him. All right, Stevie. Happy birthday, fam. I'm going to see you tomorrow if you get a chance.
Safe out there.
You too, fam. Night.
All right.
Yeah. Birthday boy, Stevie. All right, so I'm going to check at 208 and see what's going on. 208, area code 208. We are waiting on you.
What's up, Ronbo? This is Gil from Boise, Idaho.
Gil from is it Gil?
Gil, yep.
G-I-L, Gil. Gil
yes,
from Boise,
yes,
Idaho.
Sir.
Come on in, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
talk to us about potatoes.
I'm originally from the Bay Area. I'm from South City, but I've been out here for about 12 years now.
What a change from South City to Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
Did you bring some clouds and fog to make you feel better out there in Boise? Hey, Gary Gill, great to hear from you, man. Bay Area boy. What's up, man?
New caller, new to the show.
Hey,
First time,
delighted
so.
to meet you. Gil, because
But
I'm going to
I think
apologize to everybody about Joe Staley. Joe Staley's not leaving us, not suddenly like that. I don't know what I was thinking. But go ahead.
yeah, I think at 13 we're all, I'm pretty excited about Lamb and Ruggs and Judy, but I think we're expecting all that, but I have a feeling that there's going to be some guys that slip at 13, and some teams are going to be anxious to trade up, and we're going to trade back, and if we can get a Mims and Gladly and a Blacklock with the trade back, we're looking pretty good. There's a lot of good receivers in this draft, and I love Ruggs, but I mean, we're going to need a cornerback. Sherman's getting older, in a couple years, so I think we'll trade back. I mean, I think we expect to get Ruggs or Judy, but I think even if they're sitting there, it might be tempting to trade back.
There could be some of the things you're looking to get trade back for. What if a guy, let's just say for sake of an example, you got Okudah, somehow trickles down. You got Worsh, for some miracle reason, Worsh, Okudah. I mean, Judy. Add some Ruggs, all there at 13. The hell do you do now?
That's a tough call. I mean, what if a guy like Simmons slips to 13? I mean, what do you do? You're right. I mean, because I think with the
maybe you let Simmons ride
with the deep wide receiver.
Because the fact is, our linebacker core is so tough.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you just got to take BPA, and I mean, with such a deep wide receiver class, we could get Mims, and then there's good guys like Duvernay out of Texas, or Lynn Bowden, or the Bowden. There's all kinds of guys. There's 2 receivers out of Texas. Forget the other guy's name, but you could get these guys in the 5th round, and they're dogs. There's that guy Bowden from, I want to say he's from Memphis. Hey. I mean, you can get these guys later in the draft, so you can pick up 2 receivers.
Wait a minute.
I'm a huge believer in in Mims. I like Mims a lot, and then pick up another receiver later, and then you're good, Or get a tight end, trade back, and get the guy from Purdue, Bryce Hopkins. Pair him up with Kittle, get Mims.
Gil, is Bryce Hopkins probably a top pick as far as tight ends go this year?
I want to say he's a 2nd round, mid-second, maybe 3rd. But I mean, look at some of his film. He's a monster at tight end. You pair someone up like that with Kittle, and do two tight end sets, and I mean, they'll be unstoppable. So I mean, there's a lot of options. I just think that what we always expect as Niner fans, we're going to kind of go in a different direction. I don't think we're going to get a Ruggs or Judy at 13. I just have this feeling. It's like my draft crush is Ruggs. I want Ruggs at 13. But I'm not trying to get too excited about it because I don't think it's going to happen.
You and me both are Ruggs guys. I'm a Ruggs guy. I just want the fear factor. If nothing else, I want DCs to have to worry about Ruggs and Kittle. Now they got Debo to deal with too. So see, there's a reason.
Yeah. You got these guys though, like Mims, that we forget. Shanahan likes those quick receivers, and Mims. I mean, he ran a 4.39, but if you look at his cone drills, he had some of the best cone drills out of all wide receivers. So
he was in the number 1 or 2.
I mean, I know he was up there. So I mean, you're looking at his cone drills, and Shanahan loves that. So you got a guy that runs 4.39. We need someone that could stretch the field, but he's also quick side to side. I mean, Mims might be the best receiver. We might be talking about Mims, in a couple of years as the best receiver coming out of this draft class. So I don't know. It's kind of tough. There's so many receivers.
It's like I said last year. I said I had a DK Metcalf crush, and then he did the cone drill, and I had to get over it. But look what DK did in Seattle. It's hard to call sometimes. Some guys are just better football players than they are doing those things, but you got to be able to do those things. So, Mims, I like him a lot. Hey, Gil, we got to go, fam. Tell you what, now that you got in here, we'll know you when you're coming from now on. Get in here more often. We'll look for you.
All right.
Thanks,
There you
Ronbo.
go.
Have yourself a wonderful night.
Thanks, man. Be careful. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Man. And is it Roberto?
What up, Ronbo?
Roberto, you, man. Oh, Roberto, I'm
What up,
apologizing.
Ronbo?
As I said, Roberto, I'm apologizing to everybody for thinking for one moment that Joe Staley would actually leave or not announce he's going to retire before now. So you know what? Joe Staley, it's a joke. Joe's not leaving.
Cutting off, man.
Yeah, besides, lost my mind there reading. You, Roberto, got to be careful, man. Don't read too much, man. It makes you crazy. Makes me crazy.
It might be because of this corona crap.
I know, right? Well, it's affecting.
Yeah,
it's in the air. It's affecting everybody's brain waves, right?
Yeah.
Of course, Staley's going to tell you if he's leaving. He's not going to just up and leave. I'm retiring. What? Joe, you got 2 years left of the contract. I'm sorry. I'm done. No! Yeah. He's not going to do that.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah. About the retirement thing. I'm like, no, he cannot go. He cannot go yet, man. He needs like 1 or 2 more years.
Yeah. It's Mike McGlinchey's fault. I can't wait till after the draft. Hey, Mike, why did you say Joe's return is not set in stone? Joe didn't say anything about that. Hey, Roberto, everybody thinks it's a plot. Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch is involved. Chris Sims is involved. Mike McGlinchey, as I just mentioned, is involved. There's all kind of people helping the 49ers get people thinking the wrong thing. They worked on me. I'm not doing it again.
Well, not me either, man. I'm not going to do it either.
You're going to fool me, man. Mama didn't raise no fool. Well, actually, Mom did raise a fool, but still, I'm not falling for that again.
your mother, she raised right. She said, I'm gonna raise Ronbo right. I'm gonna show him the right way. I'm gonna tell him wrong and right.
Yeah, we all like to think that way about ourselves. But yeah, Roberto, hey, okay, Roberto, have you told us what you want at 13 yet? You want to trade back? You want to get something? What do you want to do?
You know who I want? Like in number 13, right?
Did you mention yet? I know I was watching your program the other day, but you said I think you said you're going to trade back.
You haven't told me yet, and you haven't even told me about it yet.
But you're picking 13? I thought I heard you were going to trade back out of the 13th pick.
I'm not going to trade up.
You trade back?
You know, you
trade back, pick up picks? No. You're taking you're taking Judy.
Yeah, Jerry Judy, baby.
Everybody's on the Judy train.
I'm picking Jerry Judy, man. You cannot pass on him, man.
No, he's
a beast.
You can't. And he's
You cannot pass. You cannot pass on that talent, Ronbo. You gotta get him, man, because we need him. Man, imagine Jimmy G throwing guys to Jerry Judy, man. Man, Jerry Judy will give you like almost like 20 touchdowns, man. And he's a fast guy.
And he runs great routes. And he's got stop and go. He's got a stop and go move. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Yeah. So I like him. Yeah, I definitely like him.
Yeah. But if we don't have him, I might get CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
No, CeeDee Lamb. Yeah.
CeeDee.
If not Jerry Judy, I'll get CeeDee Lamb.
No, I know. He's one of the 3 golden boys. Ruggs, Lamb, Judy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Two and then the same
and then like the other guy is like Henry Ruggs, but I like CeeDee Lamb more. And then my number one is Jerry Jeudy.
There you go. Hey, but we got to go, Roberto. We ran out of time. Let me see you tomorrow because I got to pull out here in a few minutes and bring some more stuff, Roberto. I'll be waiting on you, man. All right.
Man, I've been waiting for like 2 hours.
Thanks, Roberto. All right, fam.
And shout out to all the Empire out there. Well, man, 2.5 weeks. We're getting a badass wide receiver.
And you know
Peace
this.
out, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Thanks.
I already know, man. Ronbo
Peace
all
out.
day. Peace out. Bye.
And be careful out there. Night, Roberto. All right. And we go quickly to Shaleo.
Hey, what's up, Rumbo?
Shaleo, as I've said tonight, I'm apologizing to everybody who gets on the phone for having lost my mind, posting up the possibility of Joe Staley walking out of the 49ers, suddenly saying, I've had it. I'm not going to be able to recover from that Super Bowl. Please understand, guys, I'll help out in whatever capacity I can around the organization, but I am hanging up the 7-4. And with that, Joe Staley rides off the sunset, and we said, Joe, why did you tell us before the draft? Oh, my God. So, the 49ers are just kidding. They're not looking at offensive tackles. But, Shaleo, with all that being said, what is on your mind tonight?
Oh, what is on my mind is, how about them cowgirls? How about the Lambs? How about them Seacocks? And most importantly, last but not least, how about the Oakland Las Vegas trainer Ray Jones?
Whatever. I gotta record this.
With the cowgirls, man, they got Alden Smith.
For what?
You know what? I wish Alden good luck. But when we play you guys, when we play the cowgirls,
we're running right at him.
Yeah.
We can't wish anything bad on him, but come on, man. Alden Smith. Alden hasn't played football, 3 years? Oh, I love it. Well,
yeah, I hope he gets the sack numbers. I hope he does very well with the cowgirls. But when they play us, screw you.
Yeah,
we're coming after you.
So I gotta every time. And by the way, if you play this back, Shaleo, after he gets on, he always starts out making fun of those teams. If you got a down moment or feeling depressed, play that. I always do. How about them cowgirls, Lambs, and Seahawks?
Get down to 49er football,
Raiders. God, what a comedy team.
Let's get down to 49er football, Rumbo.
Yes.
Joe Staley will be fine. I think we'll find replacements for him and Richard Sherman. If Richard Sherman and Staley decide to be parting ways, well, Joe will probably retire. He's getting up there in age.
Yeah,
He'll be a Niner for life.
Him and Sherman.
Yeah. And I think we need, at that 13th pick, I think we need a wide receiver. I think we need a guy that could help Kittle, but also help Deebo Samuel. I think we need a deep threat, a number one, because I don't think Deebo is that guy. I think he's a number two.
Yeah.
Not saying Deebo is bad.
He's a solid number two, though. He's such a great number two. But you still need that other guy.
He needs a buddy. You need one more guy there just to help out.
Him and Sanders were just killer together. Killer.
Right. And we're also finding that replacement for Emmanuel Sanders. So I think with that number 13 pick, if any of those wide receivers are available, the top ones, we get them. If we don't, then we pick somebody else.
Okay. Now, who is that? What is that? You trading out? You staying there at 13?
I'm not trading out. No way. I'm trading that.
All right.
I'm picking somebody. I'm not trading.
Who's that going to be?
Picking I'll probably go with Judy if he's there. Judy, Ruggs, any of those top three.
Okay.
If not, maybe pick up a guy like Ken Law, or we've been talking a lot about Jeff Gladney.
Mm-hmm.
Any of these good players, or even if I doubt it, but if Akuda drops, maybe go after him.
I was joking about that. There's no way he ends up in the double digits. Well, that would be special.
Yeah, because Lions need a corner for that for replacement for Slay. So all the teams above us, I was doing a little mock draft, and they're picking their guys. Cardinals are going to pick an O-line. They're not going to pick up a right receiver.
Everybody agrees on that.
They picked up D-Hop. They picked up D-Hop. They got their guy. They're going to protect Kyler Murray. They're going to go with the O-line.
Shalil, one thing though, they got rid of they lost a 3rd and 4th round pick, right?
I think so, yeah.
Well, hey, the Cardinals are picking at what? A number 5? So, where are the Cardinals? Anyway, they got to be in the top 5 somewhere. The Cardinals
somewhere around there. I'm not too sure.
But they need volume. I don't know. I think they're going to trade out.
Maybe.
They can get an offensive lineman.
They're probably
in the
not
second
going to do
round.
business with us because they're rivals.
But they can get an offensive tackle in the 2nd round. They can pick up a 3rd rounder maybe. When you're that high in a draft, you can pick up a 2nd and 3rd, and maybe a 4th and 5th. They could add to the. I think we'll see. I can't imagine them keeping that pick. You've already got Hopkins. That's ridiculous, and I hate it.
Because boy, oh boy, I do not trust Dante Pez. Not trust Capman.
No,
at all.
Oh.
I don't trust him. I don't. He doesn't want to play. And all the callers have been like saying it on point. He doesn't want to play there.
We all see it. We all see the same thing. And how about Trey leaving that little threat that scared everybody to death? Remember, Solomon Thomas is your starting defensive lineman. Oh God! I feel like I'm watching a scary movie.
He gave Lynch a BJ at Stanford. He gave Lynch a BJ at Stanford. That's why he got the job over here. For the 49ers at DT. He did. That's what happened. Okay, that's a mistake. I hope he gets better. But come on, man. You saw him this season. He's putting his hands. He's trying to hug the O-line. He's got no hand technique. Nothing. So
and Shalil, he works on this. Remember, he's always showing posting up those clips where he's training and learning things. How about that?
What happened to the Solomon Thomas we saw in Stanford?
I don't know.
We want that one. We don't want this one.
People keep talking about he does well on the inside, but I don't remember seeing that happen all that often. Every now and then, but not consistently enough to say that he's good on the inside.
One of his best games, his highlights was against the Rams. That's all I saw. Against the Lambs.
I remember that. Anybody else? See, that's not good. Oh, okay. You know what? Maybe something's gonna happen this year, and he's gonna suddenly morph into this guy.
I hope so.
I do too.
Him and Pettis. I hope they get better.
Shilo, okay, let me see you tomorrow, fam. And
Thank you for the platform, Rumbo. See you tomorrow.
We can't wait to hear from you.
Shout out to the Niner Empire.
Thanks, fam.
Thank you, Rumbo.
Take care of yourself, Shilo. Night. How about them Rams? Hey, are them Lambs? How about the Trader Raiders? Tyler!
Ronbo, my main man.
You know it. Tanner, what's going on with you tonight? Oh, by the way, like I'm apologizing to everybody for being as stupid as to think that Joe Staley might entertain any thoughts of not honoring his contract or, at worst, not announcing early on that he wasn't going to continue so the 49ers can make moves to cover up the hole or something. So, Tyler, you knew that already, didn't you?
Yeah, Joe was coming. There was no doubt. He was not going to go out losing a Super Bowl. He knows that he can win one. He has a window here.
Yep. 22 guys coming back from last year.
Let me clear something up for you. Everybody seems to be confused. The Cardinals they really didn't give up much to get DeAndre Hopkins. So let me explain the details of that for you.
All right.
What they did was the Cardinals traded a second-round pick from this year and a fourth-round pick from next year for a fourth-round pick from the Texans and DeAndre Hopkins.
Did you say, Tyler, I lost my headset for a second. Did you say that fourth-round pick is for next year's pick?
The Cardinals gave up a fourth-round pick for next year and they gave up a second-round pick from this year to get DeAndre Hopkins and a fourth-round pick.
Damn.
And they gave up David Johnson too, but
that didn't hurt
don't
him.
need him.
Yeah, they got a better running back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they basically gave up just a second-round pick to get DeAndre Hopkins.
So they got their most of their picks except for that second-round pick.
Yeah, and then Bill O'Brien's an idiot.
He is.
Whenever he brought DeAndre Hopkins in, apparently in the meeting they had, he said, "I haven't had to have a conversation like this since Aaron Hernandez." And it's like, dude, don't even bring his DeAndre Hopkins, not Aaron Hernandez.
How do they compare? That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know. Bill O'Brien's an idiot. Not be a general manager.
Yeah.
I would have had the Texans Super Bowl contender right now if I were running the team. But whatever.
I can't believe the owner hasn't had to let him go.
Yeah, they're probably gonna fire him after this year. That's what I would do. But anyway, so my pick, I said if Jerry Jeudy's there, we're picking him because he is going to be a beast. And but if we pick CeeDee Lamb, do you think I'm going to be upset? No. And I'll tell you why. CeeDee Lamb is a very solid route runner, and he don't drop anything. If it's in his realm, he'll catch it. And what problem do we usually have at the beginning of seasons?
Everybody drops the ball. Isn't that funny? They iron that out gradually, but Butterfingers is the word in the first few weeks. Jesus.
Yeah, and CeeDee Lamb will not drop that ball if it's in his area of catching. And I have some good news, too. You know how we're worried about the coronavirus and all this stuff and how things are getting postponed, how we might be worried about the NFL season?
Oh, well, yeah. It's got to stop
President
soon.
Trump had a conference call with commissioners of leagues, and he expects the NFL to start on time like it's supposed to.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I don't know if they're going to have – they're probably not going to have OTAs, but they have to practice. So I don't know how it's going to work. But I do know this. So the leagues, they're – like the organizations in the leagues alone are multi-billion-dollar organizations. So you're telling me the league can't – like the NFL brings in $50 billion of revenue every year. You're telling me they can't pay to get their players tested? Yeah, they can.
No, but you know what? You know what the problem is? The players will be taken care of. Well, I want people in the stands. Now that means they'd have to rearrange seating and everything. You know what though? I'm thinking that's a long conversation to get into about coronavirus. I have a feeling though, and I just my wishful thinking, that we flatten out within the next 6 weeks as far as new cases go.
Yeah, I hope
and that's when you're on the other side of the curve. So I'm hoping for that. Damn it. Oh. So
I hope it peaks so that they can. I don't think they're going to have OTAs, which is very unfortunate. But I hope that they're able to get some solid practices and get some normal practice and training camp and everything.
Because there's nothing like real practice. You got to have it. You can train on your own and keep strong, but you won't be game-like strong, and you won't be football strong. That's what worries me.
Yeah, but the good thing is they're making enough money where they have big enough backyards. They can go out there and do football drills. But it's still not the same as practice.
And keep a distance from each other, exactly. So we'll see.
And I mean, Tom Brady, he said that when he signed with the Bucs, the only thing he wanted was his teammates' phone numbers, which means he's probably going to be getting. He probably don't care. He probably figures he's healthy enough as it is because he takes care of himself very well. So Tom Brady's probably getting his teammates together and getting on routes for him and stuff. So
God, or else we're going to get a very weird product at the beginning of the year. We're going to get a bunch of guys out there that aren't ready to play. They haven't been working out. They haven't been practicing. And you're talking about drops at the beginning of the season, Tyler. Oh, my God. Anyway.
What I've noticed is around the league, other teams, on a lot of other teams, they're jacking around. Our guys are posting workout videos and things like that. So our guys are really
Kittle's got join-in workouts. I love it.
Kittle's working out with his wife, man. Beautiful thing.
I know. Dang, Tyler. Good. I'm so glad to hear from you, man. Hey, let me see you. Let me see you tomorrow.
That's right. Bang bang Niner gang.
Yo.
Spread faithful. Win, lose, or tie. Niner till I die. Let's go.
Oh, yo, like it. Tyler, take care now. Talk to you later. Speaking of which, where is James? Now, you know, he never takes off this length of time. Keep some good thoughts for James. If you're watching, man, would you get in here? Yeah, I've been worried about this for days. I just didn't even say anything. Somebody else mentioned it earlier, and I was thinking about, where's James? Anyway, Kid Clientele mentioned that. Kid Clientele 19. Yeah. What the hell is James? Hey. Also, Kid Clientele also says that Kerry Hyder dude we signed as a piece. I feel good about him. Yeah. But, he's going to be more of a guy that's going to be in there when tendonitis boy, Dre. I don't misunderstand me. I love D Ford when he's on the field. He's amazing. I just wonder how many often he's going to be on the field. Last year, he set out so many weeks I couldn't stand it. Bama Niner Redstorm says, what tight ends do you like? I've been petitioning the same thing. I want to know. Somebody said some kid from Bryce, what? From Penn State, is it? Penn State puts out some good products for his tight ends. I don't know why, but they do. So anyway, I'm not looking through the tight ends. Alfonso the Great says, thank you, Ronbo, for this platform you provide. Your show brings encouragement to many of us considering what's going on. Go nice, Alfonso. Thanks, fam. Do appreciate it. If I can help us all smile together and have a good time, you do the same thing for me. Talking to you makes me feel great. It keeps sanity in line, because you can lose your mind in these situations, man. Just thinking about the things ahead. We're going to beat this. And Coach says, sports don't believe media on Corona. They are fear mongers. Most of you should just turn off your TV and stop betting on YouTube's on the subject. There's a lot you don't know. Yeah. You can't help but to wonder what's going on. And you don't have any other alternative but to listen to what the media is saying. Derek Jones says, hey, Ruggs only dropped one ball last season. He has hands, so anyone saying other needs to check his stats. Derek, one of the reasons why Dre and I and others want Ruggs, he doesn't miss. He instills fear into a defense. I need that. Marquise used to do that for a minute. But I don't know what's going on with his future. Terrence McLean says, OL isn't that deep in the draft, so I understand it's not a sexy pick, but I understand. Yeah, offensive line, I don't know, I'll tell you. Mr. Block Eyes 2-2, I said depends on our wide receivers we're trying to get picked before our 13th pick. If that's the case, we need to get our Buckner replacement to be used on one of our first-round picks. I got to tell you, I can't imagine the Jags letting Kinlaw get by him. That just doesn't – because they're trying to build that defense back after letting the big dude go recently. And Price Greer says, if we want a tackle, then just trade number 31 for day 2 picks and get Calvin Throckmorton from Oregon. See, a name like Throckmorton. Guy, first thing I do is picture a huge Nordic, right? Dude's got to weigh like 350, 60 pounds and doesn't even pour milk on his cereal. He just eats it dry, right? Still talking one of the 3 receivers at 13. Yeah, Jose Escobar, offensive guard. At least McGlinchey can take over Staley's spot. True. When it comes that way in the long run, the right offensive line won't be a weakness in our very potential offense. Yeah, we got a lot of things going on with that offense that people aren't going to be able to even deal with no matter what. And Coach goes on to say, hey, speaking of draft busts, everyone go back and see how other defensive tackles are doing in the NFL from the first round, starting with Saul this year. You'll be very surprised. A lot have busted. I hadn't even thought about that. Coach, I am definitely going to look at that. I like that kind of stuff. And then, okay. Stack Morris, what's up? He says, I like some sleeper tackles in the 6. UNC 6'8", Charlie Heck. Ohio State 6'7", Brandon Bowen. See, his name's Charlie Heck. Heck, I like him right away. You know what's coming. EE says that DT from Oklahoma is our best bet at 31, and Junior Ruggs, if available, at 1-3. Ah, man. Who's in Oklahoma? Isn't that where Raekwon's from? Let me get this right. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Cool. He says, just had my twins the other day and 2 new Niners added to the fam. Congratulations. Happy birthday to the twins. And dual congratulations for you on both. All right. Good stuff. Fam, I'm going to get on out here and get something to eat. I always wake up an appetite when we have this much fun. And all we can do now is say, you got to work out, though. If you got to ride a bike or do something, just ride away from people or something. That's what I'm doing pretty much. Do a lot of work around the house, work out, but don't become a complete potato. it doesn't look good. Hit that like, fam. Oh, I can't wait till tomorrow. Let's get together. Hey, Bob Money, I see you checking in. I can't wait to get together and talk some more 49er football. Tomorrow. It's going to be all right.